Yo, what it is, people, we is back. We is back. Never down, keep it G News. Man. Yo, it is hard being keep it G News out here, man. Like when you just see all your information just spread it all over the internet continuously. Like yo, this is a recurrent issue at this point, man. Now the whole internet blaming King Von, yo. The whole internet saying King Von did this. It's because of King Von. If King Von never would have ran across dirt, none of this would have happened. Like it's just crazy, yo, how everything just changes. Like I don't know, man. I'd be glad when motherfuckers start giving me credit for some of this shit. God damn, at least sometimes you would think, shit, at least one of these times you would think a person would feel guilty. Like I've been stealing from this man, yo, for X amount of months or years. It's only right I say, yo, Snoop to keep it G News, yo. Like he the one that brought this to the internet. Now we all copied it, man. At least give it to the rightful owner, man. Give credit when it's due. But that don't happen. A1, what it is? What's up, Siobhan? That never happens. I'm sure everybody see it though. I don't know, yo. I think I'm starting to think it's deeper than that. I'm starting to think you got to be on the inside. I think you got to be one of the guys. Yo. I ain't one of the guys. What's up, James? Like, that's what it got me thinking now. Like, yo, I think you really got to be like, it's like a fraternity or something. You feel me? Like, you got to be a part of the fraternity, yo, to get recognition on this bitch. If you ain't part of the fraternity, they just going to steal from you and take what you say and give it to their people. And, like, it's a crazy dynamic, yo. Crazy dynamic. But yo, today we got a good one, yo. We got to talk about Mama Duck. Gotta talk about Mama Duck, yo. We done talked about Mama Duck a few times, yo. It's crazy that this still even a topic at this point, you know. Because, yo, it's Mama Duck intentions per. You know, intentions matter, yo. If people want to believe it or not. Intentions matter. You know, what is this all about? You know, is this all about justice for Duck? Is this about making sure that if people profit off a Duck name, that his kids can benefit off that? Or is this about personal gain? Is this about personal gain? Is this about my child would have made me a whole lot of money off this music that now I'm coming after? But since, you know, what happened with him, I got to try to find a way to get it somehow. You understand what I'm saying? Then we got Bricc Baby, y'all. And I think, yo, we talked about Bricc Baby a couple of days ago. Yo, I think, yo, Bricc Baby got a wild history. Yo. Swamp Stories just did a video on it. We just watched the video a couple of days ago, but Swamp Stories did another video on Bricc Baby. And Bricc Baby history is strange, to say the least. To say the very least, it is strange. It is suspect. And I think whenever his next interview come, yo, we should get some real answers. Like, yo, how did you slide from under some of these cases, Bricc Baby? Bricc Baby had a lot of cases, y'all. And what made you come from jail and go straight to the internet? It seems like we see that with a lot of people. They get out of jail or have some type of police interaction, and then they go straight to the internet. But they don't just come to the internet. No, they don't come to the internet like I came to the internet where you gotta build it up. No, they come to the internet and shoot straight to the stars. Like it's crazy that too many occasions, y'all. You know, if a motherfucker keep rolling sevens on a come out, you know, you roll 7 on a come out the first 2 times, I might be like, yeah, you're a good roller. But you roll that bitch 10 times in a row, I'm gonna think the dice is hot. You heard me? I gotta shake these dice. I gotta see what's going on with these dice, because how the fuck you just roll 10 sevens back to back to back? And that's what we got going on. It seems like all of these guys that's on multiple platforms all came from the penitentiary system. They all came from the penitentiary system. Either they had a running with police, and then after the running with police, next thing you know, they famous on YouTube, or they did some type of prison bit or some jail bit, and next thing you know, they back on YouTube. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy, y'all. FBG Butter, Trenches News, Terrence Williams, just to name a few. I'm sure it's a whole lot more out there if we was to dig deeper. I'm starting to think it's some type of program they coming through. Yeah, straight up, yo. And we got to dispel a rumor. We got to dispel a rumor. I ain't fooling myself. I just tell it like it is. I don't what the fuck. I ain't lie about nothing. Nigga said them dice loaded. Yeah, he is, V-Mark. What I lie about, the warrior? Why you can't just be honest? Why I gotta be full of myself? Why I can't just be observant? You understand? Like, why is it that I gotta be full of myself because I'm calling it out for what it is? You don't see these motherfuckers stealing? Are you new over here? The people that been over here, they see it. Like, I don't know what you talking about. You ain't never heard me repeat nothing they say. But every time something I say, it gets repeated all over the internet. I mean, what the fuck would you call that? What would you call that, warrior? They don't even talk like me. That'd be the thing. Like, I don't talk like none of these people on here at all. Like, that's why I don't never say what they say. But they always repeat we don't talk the same. I'm not from the same. We don't have the same background or history. Like, I'm not. We different. Don't think the same. But we gotta dispel a rumor. So for the longest time, y'all. Well, I believe King Von started this whole situation. King Von wasn't ready to become a superstar. No, you can't just thrust anybody into the limelight and expect them to just do well, you know, or not do well, but change their ways, you know, especially when you've been entrenched in the streets for 15, 20 years of your life. And now you got this sudden change of fame and stardom and notoriety. A lot of people don't know how to handle that, you know. But this narrative that this whole thing started over females is totally wrong. It didn't start over females. Now, females played a role in it, but it didn't start over females. Now, watch this narrative start to change. Because I'm explaining it to y'all. But before I explain it to y'all, so do we got any music, yo, for the day? We got, I don't think we got no music, yo. Before I explain it to y'all, we gotta go to Instagram. So a video clip got released. Talking stupid, buddy. We don't do stupid talk over here, Nelson. It's not how we operate. Bricc baby gets confronted by a butter.
Yeah. What's up, my boy? How you living? How you coming, man? Hey, I'm with Lush and Bricc baby. How you living?
I can't do that, bro.
Man, I'm living good. I'm glad Bricc baby right there on both grades. You said, like you say, he said, I'm raised in 30 jail, and he be technical. Who the fuck said that I tell him I never came out my mouth so you can stop real quick. Wait, he's saying that he never dissed Dirk. That never came out my mouth.
No, I ain't say nothing about you dissing Dirk, gang.
No, I never said nothing about you snitching on Dirk.
Yeah, he said that he's a
Yeah, I never ever in my life.
Dry snitching.
Now look, I'm telling you, like, look, you know, I'm just typing some shit. I ain't watching the whole thing, man. I ain't watching that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, hell no. You know how, man, come on, bro. You know who the fuck we dealing with, cuz. You know we was down there. You know we was on, nigga. I never said that, though. That never came out my mouth.
Hey, 6.3K viewers, by the way. 63. The viewers are 63rd.
That's what I said. You know, I was finna ask you, nigga, why you let them people do that? I was finna get the troll of your ass. You on some serious shit. Nigga, I ain't say no shit like that. You know you my boy. Come on, man. It's like that. Don't worry about that.
My man think Bricc Baby is transitioning out of his gangster role because his name gonna get dropped in his paperwork sometime soon. Now, yo, I think Bricc Baby did start this investigation, but I told y'all I don't think Bricc Baby dropped the law. I think Bricc Baby knew too much information, and sometimes if you know too much information, you'll find yourself involved in the case. You understand what I'm saying? That's what happened to this guy that ended up telling on us. He knew too much information about something he really knew nothing about. So he went from knowing who did this to now he's charged with this. And in reality, he ain't had nothing to do with it. So with Bricc Baby, by Bricc Baby saying what he said on No Jumper, it started the investigation because they was already, well, I ain't gonna say it started. It furthered the investigation into Lord Dirk because they was already looking that way. You understand what I'm saying? And when Bricc Baby said what he said, it gave the feds or the LAPD at the time, because LAPD actually started the investigation. It gave LAPD enough, to hit his house. And once they hit his house, I think they pressed him for this information. That's why that firearms case disappeared. And then he told them who he got that information from. Then they went to whoever he told them he got that information from, and they dropped the bomb on Dirk. That's what I think happened. And I think that's what's going to come out eventually. That Lil Paul thing he said on No Jumper, more than likely that's going to be in court. The one and only what it is. Oh, yeah, Slow Grind, that shit was funny as shit. You heard the police sirens, you heard the dispatch. I put the dispatch in there too. Yeah, because we're going to go over there and check him out because he got an interview with Mama Duck. And we're gonna watch that interview, yo, because you can't just let some things, yo, you can't just let that get put out there. You feel me? And yeah, he knew better. He told. That's snitching. Like ain't no matter how you slice it, that's snitching, Bricc Baby. You got on the interview, you snitched, and then he snitched again. But yeah. So. AK-47 did an interview with Mama Duck talking about this Dirk situation, right? Yeah, but a lot of shit that she's saying, like, yo, I can't let that go like that. You feel me? I cannot let it go like that, yo, because we got a problem in our community, yo, when it come down to single mothers raising boys. It's a problem. It's been a problem for a long time. Well, and it's not the mother's fault per se, because fathers should be at least, if not in every household, they should at least have some type of, something. They should have some type of influence on what's going on with their kids. I don't give a fuck if you the father, brother, uncle. We got to do better at that in the community, yo, because we shouldn't be leaving mothers to be raising boys without no male influence, no positive male influence. They shouldn't always have to go to the streets to find influence. I think that is killing us in the community. But Mama Duck speaks as if she played no role in this. And like she is all the way innocent and she is a victim and Duck is a victim. And man, we not doing that. Because it doesn't help us. That mentality and that way of thinking doesn't help push the cause forward. It hurts us. So whenever we see that shit got to be discussed. That shit got to be dispelled, and we got to put the truth out there. What's up, Kimmy? You understand what I'm saying? Yo, but look at this, y'all. Look at this, y'all. NBA young boy, family tree. Yo, young boy, a wild ass nigga, boy. God damn, shorty. Yo, young boy has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Young boy has 10 baby mothers. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 kids, y'all. God damn, shorty. Is young boy even 25? God damn, my nigga. I mean, he got the money, but shit. How the fuck do you have time for all 12 kids and you ain't with none of their mothers? Like, come on, young boy, tighten up. I think he might be with one of their mothers. Gotta tighten up, tighten up. Shit, I grew up. My mother raised 3 kids on their own. So I ain't talking. I ain't talking on the you know, I ain't coming from that position of having a father around. I'm coming from the position of watching my mother struggle. You understand? But my mother wasn't one of the ones that condoned the bullshit. But she ain't, you know what I mean? It's a whole nother story. Yo, but look at this though, y'all. Jacksonville State officers dissed Julio Foolio when they were interrogating his act. I can't believe it took this many years for someone to kill him. Look at this.
What do you know about Julio Foolio? Let's start from there. I think he's a piece of shit. I watched all those videos. I went down that rabbit hole. Yeah, we all did. I've had jokers desecrating graves. He is asking to be killed. There is no doubt about it. It was inevitable. I can't believe it took this many years for somebody to kill him. Honest to God. What do you know about Julio Foolio? Let's start from there. I think he's a piece of shit. I watched all those videos. I went down that rabbit hole. Yeah, we all did. I've had jokers desecrating graves. He is asking to be killed. There is no doubt about it. It was inevitable. I can't believe it took this many years for somebody to kill him. Honest to God. What do you know?
Hey, yo. Them people would do anything to get a motherfucker to talk, boy. I told you. They good at what they do. They try to butter him up real nice. You hear me? Try to butter that boy up real nice. I think it's the same video.
What do you know about Julio Foolio?
Now, I can't find this whole interview. We're going to have to find that whole interview whenever it come out. Look like somebody just released a clip of it. Y'all see this shit? So they supposed to be repainting King Von Merle. But it's getting presented like it's getting taken down. But they supposed to be repainting the Merle. All right, so Mama Duck. Ho. Before we get to Mama Duck. Gotta mention PnB Rock. Yo, let me show y'all something. Do y'all remember when PnB Rock first got killed? The whole internet, and I think it started with Kodak Black, Nicki Minaj jumped in it. But the whole internet was blaming his fiance or baby mother or whatever she is to him. Yo, I wasn't feeling that. So I did a video.
The web address.
I did a few videos.
Experts need that inspire confidence.
Talking about it, right?
Still hasn't been caught. CBS 2's Tina Patel, she's live right now at the scene of the shooting with reaction. Good morning, Tina.
Good morning. Fans have been coming by here all morning, and some are wondering whether this might have been a setup. Others wondering if the rapper was perhaps naive to wear expensive jewelry coming to this neighborhood. Either way, they say they are heartbroken coming here to pay their respects. Take a look at this.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we're going to get to that one and all.
That's one of PnB Rock's music videos. The rapper's real name is Rakeem Allen. The 30-year-old is from Philadelphia, but had been growing in popularity after relocating here to LA several years ago. Fans say his girlfriend had posted that the two were having lunch at this Roscoe's on Main and Manchester yesterday around 1 p.m. They think Allen may have been targeted because of that. Now,
all right, so that was the narrative that was being pushed. I just want to show y'all how long I've been on this motherfucking path of being the only truth teller on the internet, saying like, well, at least in this space. We all know by now. We seen the videos. You feel I mean? Some bloggers chose to show that shit. We don't really do that over here. We ain't into that type of blogging. You know, those guys do it for views and likes and clicks. We do this shit over here to make a difference. I mean, we ain't really on the same wavelength. But a lot of people had some shit to say, yo. Kodak Black. And I ain't really feeling that at all. I ain't feeling it. I ain't respecting it. And as a community, yo, we got some work to do. So the narrative that's being pushed, or was being pushed hard yesterday, is that PnB Rock got killed because the chick he was with shared the motherfucking location. And I get it. That was wrong on her behalf. It was irresponsible. It was foul. And all of that. Anything you can mention. It was that. Yo, but to put this blame on this woman, yo, in her time of pain, yo, that's out of order, yo. All right, I just wanted to show that. So that was my take from the get-go. Like, I wasn't feeling that. I thought that was some sucker-ass shit. So after that, you know, when more information came out, I did a video, PnB Rock. So we're going to get to everything in the title, yo. Just rock with me for a minute. And it's just a video. I did a video calling out the bloggers because information came out that post that she posted had nothing to do with her death. We is back and late. Y'all remember this live? Had a prison feel. No, he's still eating prison food. He's still like, yo, now. Y'all remember that live when I did that? So the internet is finally finding out after all this time. How the fuck I get this? All right, there we go. The internet is finding out after all this time that she didn't have anything to do with it. The location being dropped was totally irrelevant to the situation. I told at least the people that you know over here, we known that shit for a whole year. But they did a real good video explaining the whole PnB Rock situation. And I'm sure I fucking saved it. That's it.
But PnB Rock and Stephanie dressed down to head to Roscoe's, and Stephanie had raised concerns about him wearing so much jewelry in a restaurant. He declined, telling her it's in God's hands. This surveillance footage shows PnB Rock and Stephanie walking in. It's lunchtime, 12:28 p.m. As they wait, a man seated to the right fist bumps the rapper, but the couple is quickly taken to a table. The waitress can later be seen bringing their food. Stephanie posts a photo of their meal to Instagram, geotagging the restaurant's South LA location. But what they don't know, outside in the parking lot, a plot is being hatched to rob the rapper of the $500,000 in jewelry that he's wearing.
Although it was 12:30, I think this was like a Tuesday. This was not a day that you would think that you need to keep your head on the swivel or be alert to crime or...
But PnB Rock and Stephanie...
Someone trying to jack me, rob me, steal from me.
But at 1:16 p.m., a gunman walks inside ready to score.
There was some sort of verbal exchange at this point.
At 1:17 p.m., the unarmed security guard notices the commotion and flees. Seconds later, PnB Rock is shot. His fiancée, Stephanie, restaurant patrons, and employees watch in horror. Others flee. 1:22 p.m. LAPD officers arrive on the scene within 5 minutes. They attempt to save the rapper, who is still breathing. 3 bullets have ripped through his chest and back. The crime scene, a mix of blood, jewels, and the gun PnB Rock had stored in his belt, resting on the table.
Yo, what I be telling y'all, yo, a lot, especially these young kids, man, they think just because they got a firearm, they straight. And yo, that is the furthest thing from the truth. How many times we seen these guys get on live and tell people to come to their hood and ended up losing, end up getting their head split? Because that's dumb as a motherfucker, man. If you outside on offense, now I ain't talking about PnB Rock situation because he wasn't out there on no bullshit. But he still had a firearm on him and he still found himself on the losing end. But a lot of these kids, they're welcome beef to their neighborhood just because they strapped. But if you outside and you on defense, you're going to lose that battle, man.
Standing in the doorway of Roscoe's, a traumatized Stephanie carries her phone, but as she runs to join PnB Rock in the ambulance, LAPD officers escort her to their car. Stephanie is...
Someone trying to jack me, rob me, steal from me.
Stephanie is soon at headquarters answering questions.
Just want to know if he's somebody that I love and care. Can we call the hospital to see if he's okay?
We're back now with more of our exclusive investigation into the murder of Philadelphia rapper PnB Rock.
LAPD is on scene at Roscoe's in South LA, where bullets had been flying just minutes before.
No.
Philadelphia rapper PnB Rock has been shot 3 times and is barely holding on, as seen in exclusive footage obtained by True Crime News. Officers pull the rapper's distraught fiancée back as she appears to reach for an item on the floor, later revealed to be PnB's diamond pendant from his necklace. Stephanie is soon at head. As cops work the scene, word quickly spreads. PnB Rock was dead, and the questions begin.
A murder occurred following a posting on Instagram or social media. The posting of that may have led to these individuals learning where he was at.
Social media users immediately start blaming Stephanie's geotagged Instagram post showing her meal.
This is my fault. Oh my God.
Stephanie blames her.
Yo, and that's the shit I be talking about, yo. That's the, yo, because I've been in that situation before, yo, where people blame you for some shit, you actually start believing it. And that's why I was so against that shit from the beginning. Because it's like, yo, you don't, how you gonna blame that girl? Even if she did make a mistake. Like, yo, you don't do that with her right now. Understand what I'm saying? She just lost her fucking fiance. He just got murdered in front of her. Just got robbed because she got robbed too. And the first thing people did on the internet was get on the internet and fucking blame her. I ain't like that. I ain't respect that. And then when the information came out that she didn't have nothing to do with it, you know, because when she posted, yo, he got murdered right after that post. And it was no way, and that's what we learned in the other video I did about 4 or 5 months ago. What we learned in that video was it was no way that post played a role in his death because she just posted it. That plan was already in motion. But here it is, you got her in the interrogation room, and she probably watching the internet, or not watching the internet, but she probably getting phone calls and text messages from people, and she fucking blaming herself. Yo, she could have committed suicide, man. She could have committed suicide, yo. And nobody would have said nothing. Nobody would have took accountability. Niggas would have just blogged on that.
Herself is seen in this police interview video hours after the murder.
Honestly, I mean, those low key, there wasn't no one in there. With me posting the chicken and the waffles.
This is unfortunately happening way too often.
Just 2 years earlier, New York rapper Pop Smoke was robbed and killed in the Hollywood Hills after thieves learned his location.
Yo, listen, watch her reaction once they finally tell her what happened, yo. Like, yo, this shit sad as a motherfucker for real.
From a social media post. Nicki Minaj posting on X after Pop Smoke, there's no way we as rappers or our loved ones are still posting locations to our whereabouts.
Stephanie, I wouldn't sit here and blame you, so you guys did walk too. That's a lot of jewelry on.
Yeah, I told him to take it off.
As Stephanie replays the tragic moments for cops, she is pleading to understand what happened to PnB.
My text messages, everybody's saying sorry for your loss. What is the media saying? Is he okay?
Nearly a minute passes.
I'm sorry.
He passed away. Are you serious?
Yes.
She appears to be in shock.
I'm very sorry.
After Pop Smoke, there's no way.
He was alright.
But as cops continue their questions, they soon learn from Stephanie herself someone in the restaurant that day seemed suspicious after spotting PnB's bling.
How did they know you guys were in there? Besides the posting of anything.
Felt like he got set up.
Before long, the deputy DA confirms their investigation shows PnB was set up, and Stephanie's post had nothing to do with it.
In that photograph was only the food. There wasn't an arm or jewelry or any type of wearable items, nothing valuable on the post. That could not have given enough time to orchestrate a plan.
Instead, it all started with a man named Tremont Jones.
Does anybody know
Man.
who they are when they walk in?
Niggas be too old for that fuck shit, yo. Like, yo, come on, bro. You out here, bitch, with gray in your beard. You out here trying to rob a nigga. Like, man, come on now. Tighten up.
Who he
Oh,
was.
shot fucked it up.
Tremont Jones, immediately Tremont Jones, the gentleman who was sitting right inside the door that fist bumped PnB Rock, knew loiters at the Roscoe's. That's just his hangout spot.
Detectives soon gathered hours of surveillance video that pieces together exactly what happened in the minutes leading up to PnB's murder and after. From the moment Tremont walks outside, he alerts another man named Freddie Trone to come to Roscoe's. Prosecutors say they acted like two old-school gangsters.
So how is it that Tremont Jones tells Freddie Trone who and what is going on?
The information was relayed, who and what, and the opportunity to get maybe $500,000 is sitting inside this restaurant.
It wasn't the first time PnB was targeted in LA. He talked about it with podcaster DJ Academics over a week before the Roscoe shooting.
You know, somebody tried me on Fairfax, like mid-pandemic. There's gangsters out there on Fairfax. LA is like
Who he was. Tremont Jones.
LA is like they bold.
At Roscoe's, surveillance cameras record Freddie Trone arriving in the parking lot. He chats with Jones.
They're speaking, and at this point is where my position is that the conspiracy was triggered.
Trone leaves, but quickly returns with his own 17-year-old son.
His son is dropped off. He exits the rear driver's side, and he has a full face covering and this very distinctive purple Fruity Pebbles shirt.
Cops say Tremont Jones stays outside as the teen brushes past him.
Once he's inside, Tremont Jones knows plan is in action. And at that point, we're seconds away from seeing a muzzle flash captured inside a very grainy camera inside Roscoe's.
Yo, he shot him instantly. Instantly, yo. That was the thing. Like, people say he ain't want to give it up. Yo, he ain't give him a chance to give the shit up. Shot him instantly.
Stephanie recounts the horrifying minute-by-minute details when the 17-year-old approaches them.
LA is like they bold.
At Ryan, minute-by-minute details when the 17-year-old approaches them.
As soon as he walked in, he pointed the gun at his stomach and said, "Give me all that, or I'll shoot you right now." And he just started shooting him. He took his rings off, necklaces off, took his 2 watches off, and he made me take my watch off. He said, "Give me that right now, I swear to God, I'll shoot you in the head." It's so scary.
Before he flees, the teenage gunman can be seen snatching diamond jewelry from PnB's body. Prosecutors say the gunman's dad, Freddie Trone, was outside in a waiting car, and all the suspects made a quick getaway. Minute-by-minute details.
Yo, that was fucking crazy, man. Yeah, he probably was scared to shoot like that. That was fucking crazy. But my thing is, yo, how many blogs gonna get on their platform and apologize to that woman, man, for putting her through all that bullshit? Yo, do y'all ever see? I was blogging at the time. I don't know how many people remember that, yo, but that shit was disgusting, yo. It was disgusting, yo. Then to not even follow up when the information came out that cleared her. And now you got the whole news doing. News just did a whole fucking video clearing her name. How many of these same bloggers that drag that woman's name through the mud is gonna get on that platform and be like, "Yo, I fucking apologize. I was out of order. I shouldn't have never did that." Probably not. Probably not. But let's get the Mama Duck. So Mama Duck got an interview with King AK-47. Or should we talk about the King Von thing first? Matter of fact, let's get the King Von. We're going to go to King Von because Mama Duck video kind of long. So, I did a video, and I hope most people looked at it. The video when I was talking about King Von is to blame for, you know, everything that happened with O Block and that whole situation. In that video,
when data comes at you fast, come up with answers even faster. Sass-Via.
in that video,
a 36-year-old man and 26-year-old woman were also shot.
If you haven't seen the video, you need to check it out.
It was back in August of 2020 that Carlton Weekly, who went by the rapper name FBG Duck, was gunned down in the city's Gold Coast while shopping. Attorney John Lausch says this is a federal case because it falls under federal racketeering organized crime statutes. Charged are 30-year-old Charles Liggins, 28-year-old Kenneth Roberson, 22-year-old Christopher Thomas, 22-year-old T. Carlos Offord, and 22-year-old Marcus Smart.
There are now 5 people in custody who weren't in custody before. 5 people who were alleged to have committed a murder in broad daylight in the middle of the afternoon in the city of Chicago. Okay? And now it's known to them, and it's known to anybody else who might be committing similar acts of brazen violence, right? And who may brag about it or not brag about it, that their day has come.
31-year-old Tristan Hamilton performed under the name FBG Cash. Police say he was driving near 81st and Ashland when the shooting occurred. A 29-year-old woman who was asleep in the car was seriously wounded. Hamilton was part of a group of rappers known as the Flyboy Gang.
Right now, the search is on for 3 people who police say shot at a Savannah rapper, killing a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured aftermath.
All right, so in that video, I was just taking people through a lot of the situations that been going on with the King Von thing. And
Shake up in broad day, no face ain't no case. Learned that the hard way, posted it hard way. Fuck with the North way, before them got your back. He tried to rob, I had to blow. That boy was too.
all right. So in this video, I talked about the beef between King Von and NBA Youngboy, and how that beef started a series of events that's still going on 5 years later. Hit that like button, y'all. Make sure share the live too, yo. You see they playing with the numbers, y'all. They must have got me in the algorithm. I think I've been too hard on DJ Academics. You know, you start talking about their guys, man. They start playing with you. But so the narrative online is, and this is the narrative everybody's running with, yo, this thing between King Von and NBA Youngboy started over women. It started over women, but it didn't start over women. It may have escalated over women, but I think this was headed this way anyway. I think you could have took the women out of the equation completely, and it have still got like this because you was dealing with two guys that was both on street shit. King Von and at the time NBA Youngboy. But let me show y'all what this was really about. And y'all can go back and check out this full video. It's called How King Von Took Down Lord Dirt O-Block at OTF. This girl, I'ma double back and I'ma deal with it, and you know that's gonna
why be a straight not catching his back. Nah, I'm just my brother.
Since I was a little boy, as my grandma raised me. You hear me? You know I ain't no fool. What up? Grandma raised me. You know I ain't no fool. Bo, my wife? Huh? Bo, my wife say, Ayana, get up. Get up. Come here. You talking about this girl right here? My wife? You talking about my wife? To my bed. He said wife.
You know, that's what to say.
Who, huh? Who, huh? You snatched it off his neck. Look at the camera with your scary ass. Let's snatch my chain off your neck. You ain't snatched off my neck.
I got this, but y'all ain't take no chain off my neck. Y'all took it off.
Right about
ain't fuck up about shit. What? Your skinny ass, so I bet I bitch ass.
Now, what he say?
Young boy talking about on this song, bro.
What?
You talking crazy on this man.
Oh, yeah?
He ain't even like that.
Oh!
On his ass now.
On his ass.
Cap. You got cap in your raps.
That's what the beef was about. The beef was about King Von chasing clout. It's even worse. It's actually even worse than the females. It was about King Von chasing clout. King Von wanted Young Boy's spot. Young Boy was the hottest thing on the streets. He was portrayed as the most gangsters young YN. That's what they call him now. He was the most gangsters YN on the streets. King Von wanted that. King Von thought he was the gangster. King Von said, yo, you ain't realer than me. And that's how this all started. It started because Young Boy was here. King Von was here, but King Von wanted to get there. And he thought that he had to take Young Boy off that spot in order to get there. The females came afterwards. Now, the females might have escalated the situation, but they ain't have nothing. It wasn't what the beef was about. It was all clout related. That's all it was. King Von, I'm the one really out here. Shorty bluffing. Y'all giving him the respect and the accolades that I deserve. I'm King Von. He just another young nigga. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it was about. It wasn't about women. I know people like to push that narrative because, I mean, I think the clout chasing narrative is actually really worse than the females because, you know, people, you know, females cause a lot of issues. But a beef that started off because you thought one artist thought he supposed to have been where the other artist was, yo, that's even worse in my opinion, man. That it is. That shit that's fucked up. And that was King Von though. I think King Von had a superiority complex. He ain't want nobody to think he was more gangster than him. And at the time, Young Boy was that. Young Boy had everything surrounding his name that King Von had. And I think King Von wanted to prove to the world that, yo, he ain't on the same type shit I'm on. You feel me? He can't compete with me. I mean, he ain't got the resume. He ain't been to the prisons. He ain't had the fights. He ain't had the wars. And that's what it was over. And it's turned into, now I'm going to go after your girls. It's like King Von was trying to bait NBA Youngboy into a beef. And NBA Youngboy took the bait. Because it's another way you know that it didn't start over the females, because you seen the video where King Von was with Asian Dog trolling NBA Youngboy. So it didn't start over the women. And for real, Asian Dog was dead wrong for what she did. Because she knew at the end of the day, but that's women, you know, trying to play both sides, trying to make them upset, trying to make them jealous. You understand? But she knew, she was well aware that King Von was on some shit with Youngboy. She was well aware of it. She participated in some of it. So for her to even do the video with Youngboy after she seen what it was, she was down bad for that. She was down bad for that. What the fuck? That's what I just said, rough trucking. Yeah, that's what I just said. And I'm not spinning it. I'm telling you what it is. It wasn't about the women. It was about clout chasing. King Von was clout chasing. And it ain't no different than YBC Dude, clout chasing. Drill rappers, clout chase. That's what drill rap is. That's why it's so detrimental. That's why I think it need to be banned. That's why it's got so many people dying and going to prison, because clout chasing is dangerous. It's dangerous. King Von could have just put the work in. Just think about that, y'all. If King Von would have just put the work in instead of trying to clout chase and take shortcuts, none of this shit would have fucking happened. King Von and Youngboy and Dirk and Quan, they probably did great music together. But this is the world we living in, yo, where nobody wants to put in the work. Everybody wants to take the shortcut. And what happens is the shortcut actually be the long way. Cause look at what's going on now. King Von been dead since 2019 or 2020. We is in 2024. And his actions is still sending shockwaves to everybody else that was around. That's what it is. This is shockwaves. You know how you got the main wave and then you got the shockwave. It's just the after effects. This is the after effects of King Von clout chasing. And it led to a domino effect that affected so many people. And you're saying this narrative getting put online, but this shit came from me. I had to call out Ken Capone for that shit, man. Ken Capone did wrong for that. When you'll watch a motherfucker video, don't say a nigga name and just be like, yeah, people are saying, and then go into everybody that was affected. Yo, you talking about a situation that affected. You got the O Block 6. You got Dirk. You got the 5 people in that. You got Quano Rondo. You got Lord Tim. What that's 13. You got motherfucking O Block Louis 14. You got what's the other one name, yo? The one that got killed. 15. You got 15 people, yo, that was affected by King Von wanting a clout chase. Yeah, he did. He thought King Von had this mind frame where they don't, yeah, slutty. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, slutty. King Von had this mind frame where he was the only nigga on that shit. Like, yo, you ain't the only nigga on that, yo. It's killers in every city. It's killers in every fucking neighborhood. You feel me? Nobody cares that you from Chicago. And I think that's what ultimately led to him putting hands on Quando Rondo, because I think King Von didn't respect rappers. I think King Von looked at all rappers like that. It's an interview where King Von talked about, I think it was the 16 Shot Him interview, where he talked about going around Dirk just to raw rappers. He just didn't respect them. Because that's the common street person thought process when you talk about the rappers. I remember for a long time we used to laugh at niggas. You trying to rap? Like, nobody respects rappers. Like, these niggas is rappers, but King Von thought he was the only gangster turned rapper, and he wasn't. He wasn't. Especially in this time, it wasn't like back in the day. In this time, he was coming up, and there was a lot of gangsters. You had Young and Ace. You had Julio Foolio. You had Jada Youngin. It was a lot of them niggas all coming up on gangster shit. Straight up. Yeah, he did. He did. But Yeah, he just thought that, yo, y'all niggas ain't knowing that shit I'm on. Y'all ain't like that for real. But at the time, the world was, was praising Young Boy. Y'all gotta remember, yo, Young Boy had a motherfucking stranglehold on the youth. Like I never seen before. Like, for real. I think King Von wanted that. I think King Von was envious. He was jealous of that. And he was gonna do whatever it is he gotta do to trick Young Boy into a beef just to show the world that, yo, I'm who y'all think he is. And it led to the downfall of so many fucking people. Led to a downfall of a lot of people, man. Yo, why? All right, there we go. Yeah, so Mama Duck, y'all. And Mama Duck is online playing victim, yo. I don't like it. I don't. Yo, everybody gotta take accountability, yo. And as long as that's with any situation. Like I even talked about the Dirk thing. Like I can say that King Von is to blame, but Dirk can't say that because it's not helping him. You feel me? It's you're never healed as long as you're blaming other people. You're never healed. Even if the whole problem or the whole, you can't put the whole blame on you. You definitely gotta take some level of accountability, man. It helps. And Mama Duck isn't doing that. Yo, why I can't get to my oh, there we go. And Mama Duck isn't doing that. So she just did an interview with AK-47. Hey, A1, what you say AK said? I'm gonna go back to the comment. Yo, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. If you can, donate to the platform, Cash App Baltimore Swag, support the movement. So I watched a little bit of this. That's what made me want to speak on it. I'm gonna go back to when she first started talking. Yeah, but it's amazing how many people supports this and think that what she's doing is honorable, and she got legs to stand on when she don't. She don't.
Or trick me out my motherfucking. Cause I be wilding out sometimes. Ain't nothing wrong with a pull up.
Yeah, ain't nothing.
We good.
Okay, we good. So they blocked you after the lawsuit?
Yeah, you know when I went live after the lawsuit, right? And some goofy ass fan got on there talking about why I'm suing her brother. And I went to going in and shit, right? And they blocked me from stuff for 30 days. So the night was November the 9th was the first time that I was able to go live. Now, AK, I can't even hear you though. I can't hear you.
Why you can't hear me?
I can hear you now. I can hear you.
Okay.
I can't hear the chat.
All right, so
now check this out, big guy.
All right.
First, I want to give you a shout out for being on your shit. Okay. You never been biased. You pulled me up on my shit. I need to let motherfuckers know when I'm wrong. He tell me when I'm wrong. So, and I listen to him. And I care about him enough to take his corrective criticism. Because I be wilding out sometimes. Ain't nothing wrong with a pull-up.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong.
Motherfuckers act like it's wrong to be pulled up on some shit. Because only a motherfucker who care about you and your well-being, they're going to do that. A motherfucker that won't.
I'm starting to think his ass working Tudo ball out. Because this is my thing, right? Yo, as a guy, right, that been outside before. As a guy that been outside before. Yo, I just can't think of a reason to want to solve cases. You know, like a logical reason. Like a reason that would make sense. Like, all right, you're getting views, making a couple of dollars, but that's enough? Is that but then you got to factor in the person too. Maybe he's not a person that stood on moles when he was outside. Maybe he was a shitball. Maybe he was a slime. You know, you understand? Like I never was one of, like, I was always a respected person when I was outside. Like I ain't cross people. I wasn't setting niggas up. Like I ain't play them type of games. You understand what I'm saying? So maybe that's the difference. Yo, but to get on your platform and actively do the same thing that police are more likely doing in evidence rooms or whatever room they do it in, I just think that shit is fucking crazy. You feel me? Like I don't understand it. It looked like to me it might be being incentivized more by somebody more than YouTube, but I don't know. And I'm not so quick to speak on what people send me either. Because a lot of times they do that shit through fake accounts. And if you send me information through fake accounts, yo, I don't want nothing to do with it. Because you can't even put your face behind it. So who the fuck are you, for one? And for two, why are you sending me information that you're not even trying to stand on, but you want me to report it? I can't fuck with it. I can't fuck with it. But I've noticed that he had built this relationship with Mama Duck. So maybe that's why he tends to favor, you know, the FBG Duck side. But either way, like, I don't give a fuck about either side. I'm just about the truth. Y'all see, I didn't call Dirk out on here several times about his parenting. You feel me? Like, yo, how you gonna be the voice of the streets and you ain't taking care of your kids? Like, you can't be the voice of anything if you ain't taking care of your kids, because if you don't take care of your kids will be fucking part of these streets that you're supposed to be speaking for. So I couldn't get with that. But I can still acknowledge that, yo, let the man fight the case. You understand what I'm saying? But when it come down to Mama Duck, I just don't think her reasoning is genuine. I don't. I think it's all self-motivated. I don't listen to her. Listen to her. That's all I can say. Just listen to her.
Want to see you fucked up? Gonna let you fuck yourself up. So, AK, I salute you, baby, and I thank you. Okay. Hey, I gotta add something into that though. You will pull up on me. You will pull up on me too now. Correct me. It go. Oh yeah. It go both ways. You feel me? My son.
Man, how yeah CPS be on some police shit? I just seen a video of him earlier.
Out of love. Out of love. Okay. Spoil the town and spell the wine, baby. Look, they better know. But anyway, it's been so much shit going on, y'all. Like, oh my goodness. Yeah, man, we want to know a little bit. I know you and Dre got some shit cooked up. Like, for me, y'all know how I was all up in my son's shit. And I was letting y'all know what's going on with my son's shit. Mm-hmm. Because I was personally involved and might not involved. But I just want to address a couple of these clout-chasing ass motherfuckers. Go ahead, do your thing. Adam 1, I'm going to use your platform to do it. Adam 1, Bricc Baby 2, and this whole dumbass situation, this murder for hire shit is dumb. Y'all, I can't believe so too, G, man. Okay? I'm flabbergasted, all right? I'm distraught, like, because a motherfucker talk all that shit. But if you put Carlton DeQuan Weekly in that man's shoes, ain't no motherfucking way he would have crashed out like that. He ain't paying to get nobody killed. He don't give a fuck about nobody that much. So wanna pay a motherfucker to kill him, because guess what? He love his mama. He love his family. The best thing he could have did for any of his mother.
Yo, whenever she mentions the situation and what Duck left behind, yo, she always mentions herself first. Pay attention to her. She always, even before his kids, it's always me, family, kids. Like, yo, his kids should be the number one priority. You understand? Because they're the ones that's not self-sufficient. So if he's overrewarded anything, they should be the beneficiaries. But it's like with Mama Duck, I honestly think that, and I've said this before, I honestly think that, and this is a hurtful feeling. She's saying Duck where Dirk was ultimately at, or at least where King Von died at. That's what she was saying. Grain, basically. Mama Duck was saying grain. So when Duck lost his life, it was like, yo, my ticket out is gone now. He was my ticket out. Didn't give a fuck about how detrimental his music was. Like, if Duck would have still been alive, she'd have rolled this drill wave till that motherfucker hit the damn seashore. You heard me? It wouldn't have been none of this. So I can't respect it and I can't get behind it because he was a part of the problem too. He was a part of the problem too. And then you got Joe bring her on this platform and allow her to just talk a whole bunch of nonsense. If he would have got rich off of drill music, she wouldn't have said nothing. We probably never known her. But being as though her son lost her life, as tragic as it is, lost her life behind the same music that he was rapping, the same music that now she can't stand. It was crazy because she can't stand it, but she didn't have a problem with it back then. She loved it back then. When she thought drill music was gonna make her millions, she fucking loved it. Anything that drill music was gonna bring her, she loved it. But now, since however it happened, he ended up on the losing end. Now it's an issue. Now I'm a victim. No, Harold, you ain't no victim. Not on Keep It G News Watch. We ain't doing that. We're not doing that. That's a problem, yo. That's a huge problem. That's a huge problem in our community. You got women raising kids. However, I don't know where the father's at. You feel me? Where the uncle's at? Where the brother? I don't know. You know, I think on the other end that we need to be better with that. If we got sisters and cousins, and we need to be better with that as men. But at the same time, we got this issue with women who raise these kids alone and they participate in the bullshit. They participate in it. The bullshit is drill music. Drill music is the bullshit. Right, talking about file my OnlyFans. Like, yo, you can't participate in the bullshit and be in. Like, y'all know how I always say how you got some entertainers, right? When everything is doing good in their life, they want you to report on all that shit. They calling up TMZ. Meet me at the fucking shoe store. But the minute shit start going down, now is, I want you to respect me and my family privacy. And it's like, hold up, fuck no. You can't have it both ways. You feel me? If you want the glitz and the glamour that come with this bitch, and you gonna smile when the light is on you, man, you better smile in the dark too. You can't have it both ways. You can't want the accolades that come with drill music, but then when the downside come, now you a victim, man. Fuck no. Hell no. Because that same music been detrimental. That same music been killing way before Duck. Like, yo, we ain't doing that, man. We're not doing that. Hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel if you new, man. We keep it real over here. We ain't picking no sides. It's just the truth. The truth don't got a side.
Motherfucker buddies that got killed will take care of his motherfucking kids. He was the bad.
All right, so listen up. State Farm was trying to charge me $197 for car insurance. No, thank you. I got a friend who told me about this website.
You can't be both, nigga.
Now spend.
He was the bad, and them motherfuckers took it. Damn. Motherfuckers took it, and when this shit pop, oh baby, it's gonna motherfucking pop, okay? Damn. So you hit him off the blue with the lawsuit. Ain't nobody see that coming. You kept that. You did good to keep that on the line. Let me tell you something.
Fuck, he's so happy.
Ain't no motherfucker finna trick me off the street or trick me out my motherfucking M's. Ain't no motherfucker finna do that. It ain't my fault.
Trick me out my M's. Like, oh, this shit is all about her, man. She don't give a fuck about Duck kids, man. If we really being real, I'm sure she love them. But I'm talking about in the grand scheme of things. That wasn't her mind frame going into any decision she made. Now, I told you, I hope she do win the lawsuit. Because that'll be a major blow to drill music. Now, it's fucked up that, you know, Dirk going through what he's going through and he got this lawsuit looming. No, I ain't know that was in effect at the time. But I hope she do win this lawsuit, because if she do win this lawsuit, it's going to change a lot of this media. Because what she's suing Dirt for is using her son's death to monetize off of it. You understand? Marketing off her son's death. So that a killer no jumper. And them bringing up the drill rappers to talk about beef. You understand? That a killer a lot of these blog pages reporting nonsense about this person, this person, and this person, this. It will end that. So I support on the lawsuit. But at the same time, it's like, yo, keep it real what this really about. Stop making it seem like this is about justice for Duck and this is about his kid. No, this is about me. They took my meal ticket. I think I should be owed because they took my meal ticket. Keep it real. Yo, that be the thing with me, yo, when it comes down to a lot of these people. That's my thing with Rilo. That's my thing with Steady Nash. That's my thing with King AK-47. You motherfuckers on this bitch perpetrating. And meanwhile, while you perpetrating, you misleading thousands. You feel me? When all you gotta do is just keep that shit 100, man. Keep that shit 100. I ain't got nothing to say. Rilo come out as a snitch. I never speak his name again. Steady Nash stopped playing like he was a street guy. He haven't been a civilian his whole life. I fall back from him. King AK-47 admit that he be doing police work and he might be tied into law enforcement. Hey, I never mention it again. Yo, but to be up this bitch perpetrating, yo, like y'all pushing something that y'all ain't, I can't fuck with that. I'm gonna call that out every time. Exactly, Kemi.
There's been a lot of criticism for the fake law schoolers and the fake detectives. Like, a bitch don't know shit about law, less known civil law.
Thanks, Ashley.
To get on the fucking internet. Now, I'm talking about this Nazi-ass motherfucking Adam. Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him.
Talk your shit.
Cause he gonna get the clout he want. I'm in the studio cooking up some shit and you peg-ass, booty-ass, dick in the... Boy, I got something for his ass.
And look at the rep. She's a terrible representation.
It's the Bricc baby. I can't help it that niggas still find me attractive. It's
yeah,
like
straight up, story, but you already know, man.
But I ain't going. I ain't going. This nigga had the nerve to say that I was in the streets.
You love it.
Nigga, when I was in the streets, my kids ain't seen none of that shit. While motherfuckers be talking, they was raised by a big mama, you dumb bitches.
Right. I know that too, right.
Find a fucking criminal motherfucking mugshot with Duck. Find a gun case with motherfucking Duck. Find a drug case with motherfucking Duck. Y'all can suck my ass.
See, this the thing that while he was online perpetrating. Like, how can you see this is the thing, yo, this is another problem. So she basically saying Duck ain't never been in no trouble, and he probably haven't. So why are you online perpetrating? Why are you playing when you know King Von was a real gangster? Yo, you don't play with real gangsters. Like, even no matter how you slice it, you can't turn that into a fucking victim. Regardless if he ain't never been in trouble, he ain't never shot nothing, he ain't never robbed nothing. He be playing. The fuck you playing for? Shit real out here, man. Shit stayed out the way. And it don't matter to me that, yo, it don't matter that King Von was dissing and he just was dissing in defense. You ain't had to do that. They ain't what you on. You feel me? You ain't had to do that. How many times I be leaning on niggas on YouTube? They'll never respond. You feel me? And they hear me, but they ain't gonna respond because they know that's not what they want. They don't want to go down this route. So regardless of how many times King Von dissed him and dissed 63rd, he ain't never had to say nothing because I ain't on that. I know he's a real killer. I ain't on that. I'm gonna defend myself. Like, I ain't saying he a bitch. You feel me? You ain't gotta be a killer to just be a stand-up man. What I'm saying is, why are you playing gangster with real gangsters? You playing gangster with real gangsters and real gangsters that got more money than you. That is a losing battle. You will never win a war against somebody that got more money than you. you starting off on a losing end. They got the bread. You ain't got the bread. Fall back, get your money up first. If that's the route he wanted to go, get your bread first. Get signed. Put out, do it the right way. Like, sometimes you gotta play the bitch. If you want to survive off this bitch. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes you can't always play the tough role. Sometimes you gotta be the fox. In Baltimore, we got something we foxing you out. Sometimes you gotta be the fox. You gotta sit back, watch, and listen. Pay attention. And so you know when to strike. You can't always be the, that's what hurt King Von ultimately. That's what hurt if the feds with their legend is true about dirt, that's what hurt them. Forcing a situation. If he wasn't knowing that, he should have just continued rapping. Continue rapping. Because everybody knows, especially at this point, everybody knows that drill music and dissident drill music leads to murder. Like, it's universally known. Like, this ain't a secret. He's not the first person to lose his life over dissonant songs. It probably ain't even might be the thousands. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't fuck with that platform at all.
My bad, y'all.
They want to play it going. This nigga had the nerve to say that I was in the street. Yeah, you saw. Ain't a motherfucker finna trick me off the street or trick me out my motherfucking ends. Ain't a motherfucker finna do that.
Look, it's all about me.
It ain't my fault, because there's been a lot of criticism for the fake law schoolers and the fake detectives. Like, a bitch don't know shit about law, less known civil law, to get on the fucking internet. Now, I'm talking about this Nazi-ass motherfucking Adam. Fuck
We heard
him.
that part already. Hold on.
Fuck him. Right. I know that too, right. Find a fucking criminal motherfucking mugshot with Duck. Find a gun case with motherfucking Duck.
Yeah, I got it. You can hear now, right?
Motherfucking Duck. Y'all can suck my ass. I'm mad because my son was really him. Y'all seen it in real life motherfucking time. Had God worked in my faith. They got they get back in blood. I'm getting mad back in paper. I don't give a fuck at this.
No, it's not a wrongful death loss. All right, so what she's saying is Dirt used her son death and monetized off of it. Now, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's possible she could. It's possible she probably can win. She probably do got an avenue to win some money. How much money? Who knows? I don't know. I know right now, Dirt, shit, I don't even know how that's going to work while he's currently incarcerated. Like, I don't know how that, that dynamic. But she said, I think we read the lawsuit. We read the lawsuit on here, Playboy Pride, somewhere on my video. But that's basically what she's saying. She's saying Dirk monetized off her son death. Yeah, no, it's not a wrongful death lawsuit. Yeah, I don't know if it's just that simple though, Montana Shy. I don't know. Like, we'll see.
Damn. So wait, what Bricc baby say about? Oh, you talking about?
She didn't. Hold up, y'all. She didn't.
Okay.
She didn't win the lawsuit. Like, she just filed it. Like, she ain't win yet. Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if she might got a path to win. I'm sure Dirk and them going to fight it. I know they probably got more expensive lawyers. Like, I don't know. We'll see how it play out.
Yeah, I want to fuck. Nigga, you couldn't blow the crack of my ass. Nigga. He ain't the only one. They talk all that shit about Mama Duck. Y'all want to crack Mama Duck. But guess what? Ain't none of you motherfuckers did look.
Them niggas sad. I don't even fuck with them niggas. I ain't gonna lie. I don't fuck with that platform at all.
They want to play in their ass. Maybe they mamas will start opening their motherfucking mouth.
That's what I'm saying.
I said this years ago.
We'll go to the lawsuit after that.
Mothers of Peace.
I think I got it.
Look, take that. The holiday still extended. They still welcome to come and sit down.
Right.
Ain't no love lost. Because ain't no winners around here. The system, once again, have tricked our motherfucking kids off the motherfucking street.
Damn.
We can tell them all we want what to do and what not to do.
Nothing. Ain't nothing.
These motherfuckers is grown and they gonna do what the fuck they want to do, AK.
So can I ask you this? I want you to be real. To put all feelings to a side as a mother, you don't feel bad for Dirk though?
I feel extremely bad for him. I feel extremely bad for him, AK. You know why I feel bad for him? Because I can't believe.
Y'all share the lives, y'all can, y'all.
Because we are innocent to proven fucking guilty. Yeah. But check this out. If that man, as rich as he was, as smart as he was, allowed these motherfuckers, clown-ass motherfuckers that he have up under him, these enablers, because when his daddy got out of jail, he should have got all the motherfuckers away from his motherfucking son. Yeah. Now I'm speaking as a...
Yo, I think Big Dirk was in the process of getting them away. Yo, but you gotta think, y'all. And I was gonna wait to say this because I seen something she said about his Dirk father. Yo, Dirk father was locked up for 27 years, yo. He just came home. So how many years did he actually even... Like, Dirk was a baby when that man left the streets. So it's like, over time, like I said this before, if Dirk father would have came home 7 years from that, oh man, is that true, Trench's News? If Dirk father would have came home 7 years ago, right? I don't think we would be saying none of this. But yo, you can't do 27 years in the joint and just think you're gonna come home and control your son's life. Yo, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen, yo. You don't even know him. Even if they coming to visit you, even if you're talking to them on the phone, you still don't know him enough to just straight come home and just be like, all right, son, he gotta go. Shit, he might fuck with them niggas more than you. You feel me? Like, yo, we gotta think logical, yo. We gotta be real at the same time. The man did 27 years in the phase. Dirk ain't number 32. He just came home 2 years. What the fuck Dirk was 2? He didn't know his son. So she gonna speak about how when she talked to Big Dirk and what Big Dirk told her when she said she tried to get to him about ending this beef.
A mother.
Yeah, he was changing.
Yeah, you're right.
I went to that man personally and talked to him, AK, before.
Damn, Dirk Daddy.
Dirk died, before Vaughn died, before D-Gang died. And I went and talked to that man.
So he did.
Who, Dirt Dad?
And I begged him, can you get your son? Because I could get mine. I could get mine. As long as mine was alive,
you could tell
Dirt
father was
wasn't
starting
gonna
to
push shit.
make a change.
Now, who gonna say that? Now,
I've been said that.
As long as that man, because he said it out his own mouth, it ain't no motherfucking end of the war till you're dead or in jail. And look what happened.
So do you think, in a way, your son and Dirt, Lavon, he was different. Do you think they was kind of both victims about who they was around, though? Like, shit that was going on?
My baby got all the fool motherfuckers from around him.
Look, ain't nothing. This is what I'm saying, yo. Ain't nothing her fault. And so even I got Snoop King at AK-47 right here. He tried to make them both take accountability. Or he tried to make her take accountability for her son. My son ain't like, yo, she just act like, yo, this nigga did nothing wrong. Like, yo, that's why I be having to do these videos when she speak. Because, yo, we can't do that, man. That's not helping the next generation. That ain't even helping her. Yo, she sits back and act like he didn't do nothing wrong. Oh, my son's getting everybody from everybody like who? Everybody like who? They was dying. They was going to prison. Like who was it? Because the pictures I seen of Duck, he with the guy, he with the guys, he with the members, he with all the gang, he with the gang shit. We can go to them hood vlogs and Duck is with all them guys. So what is she talking about? And why is it so hard for her to take accountability, yo? For like, yo, she just act like the boy played no wrong, yo. Like he's a motherfucking 4.0 college grade point average college student or something.
Fuckers.
Yeah.
He wasn't. He wasn't around nobody but his family. Only producer that he fucked with was Lil Chris.
Yeah.
He been moved himself around. That man was genuine. He was true. He wasn't waiting, knowing that the people was on his ass to want to push peace. I don't give a fuck about none of that bullshit. I don't care, Drea. I'm tired. I'm tired.
You did reach out first.
You know why she tired, though?
All the time.
You know why she tired? Because she not taking accountability. Yo, how many, I mean, and I ain't trying to diminish that, you know, because some people deal with it. Yo, but she is tired, yo, because she is not taking accountability, yo, for the role that she played in her son's death. Yo, Mama Duck still walks around like Duck was murdered yesterday. It probably still affects her the same way. And sometimes it probably do, you know, everybody's more different. It takes some people, you know, but whenever this conversation goes, she still shows the same anger and emotion that she probably showed at the day of the funeral. Yo, we watched Julio Foolio mother. That is a mother, yo, that was at peace with how she raised her child. I always go back to her, yo, because just look how she carried it. No tears, no anger, no animosity, no frustration, because she know, regardless of her, whatever decisions her son made, she knows she raised the boy the best way she could. I don't think Mama Duck can say that. I don't think she can say that. That's why she still has this chip on her shoulder. But if she wanna remove that chip, yo, you gotta stop blaming everybody else. You gotta stop blaming. I ain't saying drop the lawsuit. Do your thing. But you gotta stop blaming everybody else, man. It's not helping. It's not helping. All it's doing is slowing the healing process. That's all it's doing.
My son reached out first. He was a bitch. He was a hoe. He went around J-Main ass. When he went around and made Chicago legends, it wasn't 3 months later. It was after Took Her to the O was made.
Yeah.
And all them other songs that his ass was making, talking about Tuka and Bricc.
So you really, so this pushing
that's not
shit,
an excuse though, y'all.
So let's get it clear for the people. So The reason you don't give a fuck about it is because you see your son was on it and nobody gave a fuck about it. So why?
That's what I'm saying. And you know why didn't they give a fuck?
You brought all the moms together to everybody.
Let Dre, I'm gonna pass Dre the mic.
What's up, Grace?
Even after her son passed, we brought all the moms together. Tuka's mom, we invited all the moms.
Right.
Like she reached out to all the moms. We literally tried to bring everybody together, and everybody was like, nah. At the
because you should have brought all the fathers together. That's why you should have brought all the fathers together. Because at the end of the day, the moms shouldn't have even been involved in it. You're like that's Dre O. Like yo, that wasn't going to help anything. That wasn't going to help anything, man. Niggas don't. It's fucked up as it is. Niggas don't be listening to their mothers, man. It's fucked up. It's wrong. Because I wish I listened to everything my mother told me. Because I think she was right about every goddamn thing growing up. But at the end of the day, that's just what it is. And you're going to have some mothers that don't even want to get involved. Like, I ain't the one out this bitch beefing. I can't control. I can only say what I can say. I can only do what I can do. But you don't want to insert yourself in a war where people is fucking dying. Like, I don't even think that would, I don't think that was a good idea, man. Yeah, I don't think that was a good idea. Should have reached out to the fathers if you wanted to go that route. Because more than likely they was in the streets their goddamn self. Evan, what you talking about? Who fathers you talking about? I'm with my kids daily. Every day. Evan? What fathers you talking about? Because black men taking care of their kids, Evan.
time. So now things are kind of different. Like, what do you think?
Let me ask you.
What are your thoughts on it? Did you see the Love and Peace though? You saw that was the first time Tuka's mom got the chance to talk about everybody smoking on Tuka. That was the first time. And we wanted everybody to come. So it wasn't like we would, you know what I mean?
Let me ask you this. Do you think the parents could take some fault? Because if that would have happened then, it might have could have changed some shit. If these boys see all their moms coming together, that might have changed Duck. That might have changed Vaughn. That might have changed Dirk. That might have changed. You feel me, bro?
That's what we're saying.
That shit would have changed nothing. That shit would have changed nothing. It's like straight up changed nothing, y'all. If you couldn't get all them boys' fathers or uncles or cause you gotta. It's similar to what I be saying about. It's the same type of thing what I be saying about pushing peace. Like in order to push peace, you gotta get to the killers. So in order for them to have tried to get people together to stop that, they would have had to get to the guys that these guys respect, whether it's an uncle, a brother, a father. It can't be the mothers. It ain't gonna be the mother. Them niggas probably heard that they was doing that shit, and they probably like, man, they fucking tripping. Most people ain't even gonna want their mother to even participate in nothing like that, man. You better not go to that motherfucking meeting. You feel me? We ain't doing that. That's why it was important for me to speak on this, yo, because a lot of bad information is getting put out on this video. That's bad information. He talking about, I think that would no the fuck it wouldn't. And you know good and goddamn well if you was really outside the mix, my mother couldn't tell me nothing. You understand what I'm saying? My mother couldn't tell me nothing. Whether she was right or wrong or indifferent. She couldn't tell me how to move. What they do when I got 16, 15, and hell no. Now, if my father was around, might have been different. Might have been different.
I don't know why the moms didn't see, and this is why I get this talking my shit on here. I believe for Dirk mom to decline, because I watched her interview with her say she didn't want.
I saw that interview too, because we definitely,
for real.
we reached out to everybody.
That's why I said he couldn't.
Push some peace.
That's why I said he couldn't have really been outside to say some shit like that. There's no way you was really outside doing anything, yo, because you would know that's bullshit.
was playing a part in this shit then, because you declining is showing something.
What do you think that was about?
Taking their son's side and what the fuck they had going on in the streets.
No, it
because
wasn't.
why would?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. See, more bad information. No, it wasn't. She just ain't want to be a part of it. It's not. Your parents don't. Mothers, especially, they ain't taking sides. She just don't want nothing to do with it. This lady probably go to work every day. Ain't no telling you. I ain't got time to be. I don't want no parts of it. Ain't no. She wasn't taking Dirk's side because she ain't wanted. No, she just the fuck. What? Like, what the fuck do I look like? Going and sitting down with y'all, talking about shit that our sons are doing. I don't even agree with what the fuck he doing. For one, some parents, y'all, don't even want to know what their kids is doing. Just because of, women deal with things differently than men. You understand? Like, it's certain things that I wouldn't even tell my mother in the midst of it going on, because I know how she gonna react. She gonna be worrying. She gonna be like, I ain't got time for that. You feel me? So it wasn't that she was taking his side. She just ain't want nothing to do with it. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I can't do shit. His father was locked up 27 years with the feds. What the fuck am I gonna do? What, I'm gonna beat him? What, I'm gonna put him over my lap and whip his ass? Like, what the fuck can I do other than say, son, you're moving the wrong way. It's only two ways out of this. Like, come on now. That shit not effective. It's not effective.
Would you decline talking to another parent?
Because it could easily be squashed by the two parents coming together, right?
It can easily be squashed. Ain't no boys, ain't no grown men about to just watch.
Before lawsuit, before anything,
before
right?
Niggas died, all that shit. Like, if that would have happened.
That's what I'm trying to say. So how is anybody the wrong person? Like, we literally, like, you see what I'm saying?
I just, man, Drea.
This is that emotional shit that happens, right? Yo, I'm gonna say probably 96% of the fucking cases that I covered, right, where a young kid is murdered, there's never no man. You have the mother, the grandmother, the sister sometimes, the aunt sometimes, and they all trying to figure out what's wrong with this boy. But that is a mission impossible. Without no male influence, that is a mission impossible. So how would they think that they was gonna be able to get a group of women? And I'm not disrespecting women, because women are the best. You understand what I'm saying? But when it comes down to raising a boy, especially a boy that got found his way to the streets, however they found their way to the streets, it is, even fuck women. I don't mean fuck women. But what I'm saying is, even for men, once a child finds their way to the streets, it is a damn near impossible. Damn near. I ain't saying it is, but I'm saying it is damn near impossible for you to reach that child. Because the streets, it got too much influence. Because the streets is a lifestyle. You understand? It's the money, it's the cars, it's the girls, it's the partying. You can't parent against that. Can't parent against that. We gotta. The only way we can stop that is we gotta make the streets don't look as alluring. The streets should never. You should never want your child to think the streets is even an option. You understand what I'm saying? It's not even an option. Don't even look that way. You feel me? We over here. You don't even look that way. It's similar to like Adam and Eve, and Eve bit the apple in the Garden of Eve. You understand? Like, no, we ain't you. We over here. Fuck anything that's going on over that bitch. We got tunnel vision. Because once a child chooses the streets, the streets got a way of taking this child wherever the fuck the streets want to take him. And the streets is going to give him back when it's ready. Sad reality. All you can do, once the child chooses the streets is fucking pray. That's it. That's all you can do. All you can do is pray. And hope that God give you your child back in the way that he left or she left. Because now we got girls running the streets. And that's just the reality. I can't give it to you no realer than that. For real.
Because I know you've been trying to do this shit for a long time. I know this shit hurts you. See, a lot of people don't know you behind.
I've never been biased about. I mean, like it's really disappointing to see what.
Yeah, straight up 2800. I just was saying that.
You're innocent until proven guilty.
Man, fuck all that, man. That nigga did that shit. Look, I ain't these people.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Fuck that. He did that. Nigga, they was
I know, but he's gonna get his day in court, right?
Man, fuck that day in court shit. If I go to jail right now, the whole internet gonna be on my ass. Oh, AK did it. Man, that nigga did it.
You did that shit. I believe you did it.
When you a black gangbanger, you are guilty till you prove innocent around this bitch.
No. I'm just saying, like, we tried to resolve this, like, 4 years ago. We tried to resolve this a long time ago.
And I tried to talk to him, what, in 2000
Yo, 4 years ago, that shit was already past 4 years ago. Man, that shit been going on for 10, 15 years, man. Yo, once a body drop, yo, yo, I'm gonna say this again. It is last time I'm gonna say this. Yo, we gotta get to these problems, yo, before anybody dies. Before anybody dies, man. Once one person dies, like it's hard to stop it. It's hard to stop it. Because say it's 15 of y'all, and you got 10 on board. They ain't fucking with it. They backing, they waving the flag, we don't want no beef. Yo, that other 5 ain't trying to hit none of that shit. That other 5 ain't trying to hit none. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. They killed my whoever, and we coming back. So they building this up like if we tried to end it 4 years. 4 years ago, it was already past the breaking point. Motherfuckers not really lost their life 4 years ago. Yeah, Duck was still alive. Vaughn was still alive, but Tuka was dead. J Money was dead. Who else I know off the top of my fucking head? Scrap was dead. Like, yo, it was already past that point. It was already past that point. You had to end that shit 10 years ago, 15 years ago. So this whole conversation right here is non and void because it's fucking pointless. That shit wouldn't have stopped nothing.
Before Dead Bix's dropped. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Before Dead Bix's dropped, like my people hooked me up with him. And I was appalled because I didn't know how to take him saying,
See how I use an ad blocker. Very mindful, very demure. I'm not watching that.
a minute. I say we should get our kids. We should get our kids, like, you know, and just like, I want to hit on another note too. Von's uncle, the guy, what's his name? That be rapping. What's his name? Hold on. Before we get to Von uncle, real quick. Hold on. So you felt that way. Dirt Daddy felt what way? Okay. So when I asked him, and I'm like, well, you know, you can get my son is willing to sit down with your son because he trying to get some money. Mm-hmm. He don't care about that gang banging shit. Mm-hmm. He trying to get some money to get his mama out the hood to take care of his family. That was my son's main objective. The man told me out his mouth, I'm just coming home. These are the exact words, and I quote. And I wouldn't feel right, you know, just telling him stuff. And you need to reach out to his mama because he listened to his mama. This is his response to this shit. And when I look at this shit now, and as a father, he's supposed to advocate for his son. And he's doing the Muslim mazes and all this and all that. You know, just telling him stuff. And that's what's confusing to me. Mama. Yeah, mute that, because I can hear it's an echo. And that's what was like messing me up, like the attitude that the man had when we could have been stopped this.
So basically,
because
him being a father,
conduct forward, it wasn't his place. He didn't know his son. Like you asking a man that been locked up for 27 years, that's still in the feds. He probably been telling Dirk shit his whole life. Dirk ain't been listening. Because that's another thing too, y'all. You know, when you got a father, right, that been in the streets and like my father been in prison a whole lot of times growing up. Subconsciously, Dirk probably want to be just like him. So it's like, oh, you can't tell me. Like, the fuck I'm doing what you doing. You feel me? So, what's the word I'm looking for? It'd have been, it just was a mission accomplished. He couldn't do it. He wasn't going to be able to pull that off, man. Because he probably been telling Dirk shit. He probably was telling Dirk that shit. And he wasn't listening. Now, he had never relayed. He probably wouldn't relay that to her. But I'm sure he probably was telling Dirk because he know where that shit end up and you up at you dead on prison. That's how that shit always go. So, excuse me, y'all. Y'all know that's reflex been killing me. So I'm sure he probably was telling Dirk little things. Y'all, I want you to do that. Sure, you need to stop this. Stop hanging around this guy. But it's only so much you can do in the feds. Now he can be more hands-on. That's why you start saying the change in Dirk, like some of y'all was just saying. Because his father was around. He started changing. He started getting more into religion. You understand? But it just so happens that it was too late. It's too late. Your past come back to get you, yo. You can't always run away from that motherfucker. That bitch fast. That motherfucker pass and catch you.
he felt powerless coming home to his son that's rich.
And that's some bullshit, and I'm not going to believe that because you're not finna try to tell me the whole 26 while you was in jail, your son's one coming to talk to you. And you wasn't talking to them and trying to teach them and tell them stuff. I'm not going to take that from him. I honestly believe every time his kids came and synced him,
she wanted him to come home and jump into being a father. That man wasn't a father. He wasn't a father most of Dirk's life. He knew he had to ease into the son. Exactly. He had to ease into it, man. Like, yo, like imagine that, y'all. Imagine that though, bro. Your father been locked up your whole life. And he try to, I be having issues with my father with that shit now. And my father ain't even been locked up my whole life. It's like, yo, now you want to be a father. You feel me? Like, you ain't said shit all these years. But in Dirk's situation, it's like, yo, you been locked up my whole life. And now he ain't even home yet. You on the phone trying to chastise me about what I need to do. And how the fuck can you even have that conversation on the jail phone? For one, but you gonna do it on a visit. I don't know how to visit him, wherever he was at. But that ain't even a conversation you can even have on the jail phone. So it's like, yo, and see, that's what I'm saying, yo. This is coming from Mama Duck. If Duck father was having this conversation, it went totally different. If Duck father would have reached out to the Dirk father, it'd have been totally different. Because he'd have known the same thing that we talking about now. It's like, yo, I can't ask you to do no shit like that. He don't even know his fucking son. He don't even know the nigga. Yo, Dirk probably was 2 when his father went to prison. 2. Fuck you gonna tell me? He said, I know my brother been locked up 11 years. And I know how he bumped his head trying to talk to his kids now. So, okay. So imagine when a grown man, he come home trying to be a fuck. Got you. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a perfect example. That shit hard to do,
and let them know what's going on and do. But at that time, his answer was appalling because I'm like, huh? I say, okay, we ain't gonna worry about it.
You probably lost all respect.
Maybe I try to get with his mama.
So you lost all respect for him as a man. He should have led that situation.
I just know that I just know because I'm hearing he's trying to talk to Duck's dad. And I'm like,
Oh, so he was ready.
What the fuck did I just say? I didn't even see that part. What did I just say? Yo, because he know, like, yo, I can't have this. Like, yo, what? Yo, how is he gonna have a conversation with her? I wonder what she told him when he said that. Let's see what she said. I wonder what when he said, I want to talk to his father. Because you gotta realize Dirk's father is a principled man. Been in the feds 27 years. So he one of them guys like I had a situation at work, right? Little white girl used to always, I don't know what the fuck her problem was, but her boyfriend worked there. So when she do little shit, I pull you up like, yo, you gotta get her in control, yo, like whatever the situation was. So, yo, for one, yo, if you're a man of principle, you're not gonna address a woman when a man is attached to her. Regardless of what you do, what you say, I want to talk to him. He gonna, if you was to swing on me, he gotta pay for that because this is your man, this is your defense. He gotta stand on everything you saying. So I wasn't surprised to see that he wanted to talk to her father. Now let's see what she said. She probably linked on what the fuck you want to talk to him for? I'm the man in the house.
He would have rather went through Duck's dad.
Duck's dad is a Muslim. He knows 7 languages. Duck's dad was also gone 26 years. Right. And he had to come home to bury his son. He supposed to got out July 17th. He was locked up 26 years for wrongly convicted for something he didn't do. So when he didn't come home on the 17th, Duck was upset. Duck was upset. So when he finally came home, AK, he came home on CJ's birthday, which was the 11th. That's Duck's son, right? And that's why, yes, and that's why I didn't have Duck's funeral to Brick's birthday, because we were planning a all-white party. We was gonna have an all-white party.
Yo, she just changed the fucking subject. Yo, she didn't ask if that was intentional. She just spit out that. The question was, and that was a good question by AK-47. What did you say when he said, I want to talk to his father? Give us some more time. Maybe she's going to get around to answering it. Maybe I paused it too soon.
So that's why I waited to his dad, because I didn't make an arrangement, because we knew his dad was coming home. So they finally let him come home. He had to come home to bury his son.
Yeah, you should read the comments. The comments is insane, Nick.
Damn. You know what I'm saying? He had to come home and bury his son. Everybody want to sit up there. Ain't no motherfucking way. These people, I'm a citizen, and I've been a citizen for 30 years. My motherfuckers thinking I'm in the streets and this and that.
If I was AK-47, see, this why, yo, you gotta have conversations with people that really care. If I was AK-47, I'd have went back to that question. That question need to be answered on this platform. That's an important question. You can't allow her, AK, to dodge that. You got to have that on record. What happened? What did you say? What did you say? She never answered it. She blew right past it.
And for motherfuckers to say I was supporting it. When I threw my kids' parties, it was on their friends' death days. When I allowed them kids to have sex in my house, because Duck was always on house arrest.
Yeah. That is true.
Every hood I moved in, I stayed on 63rd 4 years. From 2008 to 2012. When I left, they followed me out west. They followed me up north. They followed me over east. Everywhere I went.
Yo, get the fuck out of here, Mama Duck, yo. Like, yo, she not taking no account. So they just followed you. They just was on the motherfucking string. And every time you walk, they just was right back. Like, yo, come on, Mama Duck, yo. Like, okay, KO, why you let her do that, my nigga? My bad, y'all. I done took it off the damn screen. Why you let her do that, bro? She not taking no accountability. She
What
said,
nobody say. I said this shit from the beginning. Same thing make you laugh, gonna make your ass cry. The whole world saw me go through this shit. Now they finna see the fruit of my motherfucking labors.
Let me ask you this. If Dirk was in your face right now, what would you tell him? If
God bless him. May God be with you. Lean on God. If you ain't never leaned on God, lean on him right now. That's what I'll tell him. Just like the same thing when Von Baby ran up on me and hugged me. What I supposed to do? Kick her up off me, AK?
And they got mad at you for that.
Like kick the baby. Like, you cannot stop God's divine intervention, baby. And these deceitful and no God-fearing ass people, evil would never overdo good. I don't give a fuck how good it looks.
Y'all do know that happened, right? Mama Duck was at the park. They was chilling. Von's kid ran up to her, and they blamed her. Damn, you can't stop no kid.
Clout chasing, I knew, and all this and that.
yo, y'all notice, yo, we ain't never heard if King Von mother ain't did an interview. And King Von's name get drugged more than probably anybody name on the fucking internet. She ain't never did an interview. I don't even know how King Von mother sound. Why she ain't on this bitch playing no victim? Because know why? She was well aware. If not well aware, she understood, or not even understood. She had some level of understanding of what her son was. Maybe didn't know what he was into completely, but she knows she might have heard some things. So how can you then get on these platforms and play a victim? Can't play a victim, yo. Mama Duck, if this son wasn't in the mix, he was playing like he was. And that's just as dangerous as being in the mix. That's even more dangerous than being in the mix. You out here playing. I'm gonna let it rock for a couple more minutes. Then we ready to switch to Bricc, baby. If y'all want to check the whole shit out, y'all can check it out on his page. I ain't gonna do the whole video.
Fucking know who that baby was. I didn't know who that baby was, but I knew her mama. And I didn't know that Von was her daddy.
She lying.
Yeah, and I don't know what nobody say. Them people didn't like that. Von family didn't like that. And they made that girl take that shit down.
I wonder why.
Okay, so let me ask you this about drill music in a whole. How you feel about it? Knowing that this shit played a part in everybody's life. It destroyed everybody's life. Like, why niggas getting money? See, this is why I think Dirk dad and mom and Von, they were still benefiting while you wasn't. People not looking at it like that. Like, they were still getting handouts from their sons. Thousands of dollars. You wouldn't
able to take it. Mama might have told his ass to stop doing it. But you think none of their mamas cared? They was able to buy their mama houses and Benzes and cars and do all that shit.
It is sad, Chanel.
I could just imagine where my son would be at if his ass was still here.
Look,
and guess
I told you, it's all money driven. She wouldn't have said, basically what she's saying is she wouldn't have said shit. If Duck was still living and still dissing, she'd have sat back and she'd have been in motherfucking Aruba some motherfucking way with her toes out. And a two-piece on.
That's what everybody talking about it. Duck would have did the same thing, and he would have. He ain't want them that did that bad. Man. But guess what? I guess we'll never find out. Woo.
It was shit going on behind the scenes to where Duck was separate.
She changed the subject again. Stop letting her fucking change the subject, my nigga. Like, yo, if you want to interview people, you gotta control the interview, bro. You're not controlling the interview, my nigga.
See, this shit I know, like. Duck was separating itself. I don't want to really say too much, but behind the scenes,
and all that shit gonna come out.
Yeah, like Duck was really like fuck his own homies to the.
Listen to his song. He was talking his shit. That man, when I heard about the OTF jam shit, the shit fucked my head up. It took me back.
Yeah, how you feel about that?
He probably was.
I say,
I don't care.
Duck ain't even know jam, right? Not that I know of, or even heard of jam, right? But yet this nigga said he get in the jam, fuck around and squeal. Talking about I am, and I ain't think he will.
So his lyrics came to life.
He was a drill prophet, man.
What he say about Vaughn? That was crazy.
The fuck is
what
a
he
drill
said.
prophet?
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, they ain't gonna lie. Duck was like, wait, I don't know what the fuck.
Look at the shit. Just look at the shit, man. It's evident it didn't happen. And look at what's going on now. You can't deny that. So all these non-believers and all these people that think they want to play with me, they got to go.
Baltimore lost the best rapper we had at the time.
Through God to get to me. I'm not worried about nothing. Nothing. I just left the new boat. Won me how much? Like $400 and got the fuck up out of there off the slot machine.
Right.
It was so much love. Everybody and their mama wasn't their child. Mama Duck is.
Yo, Mama Duck need to take accountability, man. Like, yo, I don't think it's healthy. Yeah, it did. It already happened to us, Ghetto DVD. I don't think it's healthy. I don't think it's helping her. I hope she win her lawsuit, because if she don't, she's going to be crushed. Because I think in Mama Duck mind, she already won her lawsuit. You feel me? And I hope she win a lawsuit, not even just for her case, because I want drill music to disappear. I think drill music is detrimental. I don't like what it's doing. I don't like nothing that it brings. Because drill music, yo, it's not even drill. It's drill culture. You know, it's bigger than just the music. It's the diss and the dead. It's the clout chasing. It's the band. It's the whole culture to come along with it. Even girls following behind it. You feel me? You got a whole drill culture of girls that's on gangster shit. Like, I think it need to go away. Straight up and down. I wish Mama Duck the best, but it's hard for me to fully get behind her when everything is somebody else's fault. Everything. When he talked about her and the fact that she participated in it, she said, "Man, they followed me everywhere I went." When King AK-47 talked about Duck and the people that he had around him, Duck separated it from all those guys. It's like, God damn, so Duck ain't did nothing wrong. Like, he just was an upstanding citizen. He ain't this. He ain't even rat. Duck was Tuka. He just is on the bus stop and hung with the guys and like, oh, come on, y'all. We ain't doing that. Like, I can respect this coming from Tuka mother. It's just that the person that is coming from, where you see her in the music videos, you hear how Butter talk about, he don't even call her, he call her by her first name. Call her by her first name. So it's like, yo, come on, Mama Duck, man, cut the crap, man. You know that boy was in the mix, and you know that boy, and you know if he'd have still been alive, dissing and drilling and everything that drill rapper, you'd have loved every minute of it. You'd be over that bitch quiet as a church mouse. You wouldn't hear nothing from her. Loud as her mouth is, you wouldn't hear a fucking peep out of her. But King AK-47, man, get yourself together, my nigga. You ain't gotta be a police to get views. But you got Bricc Baby, y'all. Motherfucking Bricc Baby. Who is Bricc Baby? Like, literally, who the fuck is Bricc Baby? Because I'm starting to think Bricc Baby is somebody that was given to us. I think Bricc Baby came to the internet with a plan. So Swamp Stories did a video on Bricc Baby. And we're going to have to skim through this real fast because we almost at a 2-hour point. And make sure y'all support the platform. Yo, Cash App Baltimore Swag, man. Support the movement. Y'all know YouTube or buy a super sticker, become a member. That's not the only way you can support the platform. Buy a super sticker, you become a member. I got some good videos on membership. Yeah, I think he is a front. That's okay. I think I told y'all. I think. You know, my theory with the Bricc, but yeah, he involved. If for you know, if you want to on the show, you know, the quick version. But I think that Bricc Baby started. I think Bricc Baby, in the fact that what he said on No Jumper, it put the police in the right direction. It's like he pointed the finger. There they go. And I think when Bricc Baby did that, I think they raided his house. I think they raided his house, and I think Bricc Baby told them where he got that information from, and that's what led to dirt. I don't think Bricc Baby had the law. I don't think Bricc Baby dropped the law. He didn't drop the law. Because I don't think Colorado trusted Bricc Baby to give Bricc Baby his location. I think Bricc Baby found out where the law was through him being a 60s member, because I think the 60s backdoor Colorado. I do believe that. I think it's obvious that's what happened because Colorado dropped his flag. But I think that Bricc Baby said what he said on No Jumper. That gave the police was already suspecting Dirk, or you know they probably was looking around at a lot of different people, but Dirk and that was one of the people that they was looking into. And by Bricc Baby saying that on No Jumper that you can't say Slide for Vaughn no more because of lower pad and his proximity to who, his proximity to Dirk, and the police already suspecting this, it gave it credibility, it gave it legs. So once the LAPD seen that, they took that video along with the pictures that Bricc Baby got with Dirt and showed the relationship. The judge said, all right, but I'm going to give you a warrant. They got a warrant, went in his house, took his electronic equipment, found the firearm, pressed him for the firearm. What you going to do? We got this firearm. Who told you that? Who told you that Lord Park was killed in retaliation for King Von? Where did you hear that from? And I think he told him. And I think when they went to that person said, yeah, I dropped the low, and now we got all the players in the game. Because that's how investigations start, yo. They start here and try to get here, and they going to work their way down. So Bricc Baby gave them the fucking keys to the car for them to drive to the next person. He opened the case. Wide open, like kick the bitch door. Poof. You know what I mean? Kick the case in. So yeah, I think he involved. But I don't think you're gonna see him in no paperwork because he ain't the one that dropped the low. But you got this Bricc Baby guy. Yo, he has a wild story, y'all. A wild story. We ain't gonna do the whole video. We probably gonna watch like we probably gonna go to like 2 hours and 30 minutes. Cause I gotta get up in the morning. Y'all know I really be tired of shit for real, y'all. Like for real.
He put on the set. This would be a young friend of his by the name of Eric Holder. Eric was only 14 years old, but already thirsty and ready to put in work in the set. So of course, Zaire brings him to the set, puts him on, and he earns the nickname of Lil Shitty. Big Shitty and Lil Shitty, a duo that would forever make history in the set. So being a big homie at just 16 years old meant that Zaire had a rider by his side. At first, this meant protecting the trap, which happened to be Zaire's mom's house. This is where you could find a whole lot of money, jewelry, and illicit items inside. So because of Zaire, his mom's house became the hangout spot for the Overhill 60s.
My house was the spot. She had money and shit in the house and a lot of jewelry. So she let all the gangbangers kick it at the house because she had control of us. I had control of my homies, but we was like the security blanket.
Now remember, as he's committing felony robberies and hanging out on the block, he's still enrolled in private school and playing on the basketball team. So now it's the fall of 2004, and Zaire's team has a major season ahead. The team is absolutely stacked as they have a 6'10 D1 center, a 6'7 D1 wing, and the point guard is Devin Williams, who you may know is in the lab. Well, long story short, they're so good that they have an undefeated season in their league, and they make it to the state championship game in Sacramento. Of course, they win the state championship, beating a Bay Area team like LA always does. So on paper, everything in Zaire's life is looking good. A good GPA, winning a state championship, and also getting noticed on the AAU circuit. In fact, he was playing so well that he skipped his senior year of high school to go play at a basketball prep school in Mississippi. Now you'd think that with this great opportunity, Zaire would go into it with a positive mentality. Now that I'm out of state, I'm going to leave the gang stuff behind me.
So look, he went from California to Mississippi. Watch how he travels to all these different fucking places, man. And catching cases everywhere he go. And they never did a day in prison. Yo, Bricc baby, all that jail, all that prison, he never did a day in prison. Ever.
And simply focus on basketball. But sadly, for whatever reason,
Hello, you. Stop your online nightmares with Surfshark and enjoy online security made easy.
He simply cannot let the street life go. So right after his senior year at the prep school, he catches his first case. As he's riding around Mississippi in a car with no registration, the troopers get behind him. And because he has an illegal weapon in the car, he decides to take him on a chase. So he bends a few blocks, giving him enough time to roll down the window and throw out the clip and then throw out the weapon. So then after getting rid of it, he rolls his window up and then pulls over so they can talk to him. Unfortunately for him, the officers did see him throw it, so they go around and they end up finding it. At this point, everything he's worked hard for is at jeopardy. He could quickly become a felon. However, because of a technicality in Mississippi law, he gets off with a misdemeanor.
Threw the gun, so they found the gun with no clip. That's a misdemeanor. Because it wasn't like...
Well, while this is going on and he's sitting in a jail cell, he does receive some very good news.
And while I'm there, I get an acceptance letter from Clark Atlanta University.
So now he has the amazing opportunity to play on Clark Atlanta's basketball team and to go to school for free. Well, after presenting this to the court, the judge thankfully allows him to get out of jail just 2 days before orientation.
What day did he start orientation? He let me out 2 days before orientation, so I couldn't do no gang banging or nothing.
This was a close call, but thankfully they let him off easy and he's able to now focus on... Well, is he? Oh, hell nah. You'd think that catching that case would scare him straight, like everything I've worked hard for almost was out of my hands.
Case in
like now I'm going to focus on basketball in school and definitely stay out of trouble. But nope, Zaire's entrance to Atlanta would be quite the opposite. As soon as he touches down in the city, he links up with his Rolling 60s cousins who now run with BMF. So while his classmates are sleeping in the dorms and kicking it on campus, he's with Big Meech at the club and sleeping in his mansion as well.
So I'm the youngest little dude, you know what I'm saying, young in the club, 17, 18, I'm with Meech and them though.
And as soon as he was introduced to their lifestyle, he fell in love with it and was willing to do anything to impress Big Meech, including trapping and moving weight while being a full-time college student. So just like that,
he met Big Meech through his mother and his mother boyfriend. His mother boyfriend was that's where Bricc baby come from. His mother boyfriend was getting money. His mother boyfriend got booked. His mother took over the operation. She got booked, only did 4 years. Crazy as it is, I don't know how she only did 4 years, but she only did 4 years, and now he's hanging with BMF. After he just was locked up in Mississippi, now he with BMF in Atlanta.
18-year-old Zaire is risking his freedom once again, and unfortunately during his second semester, it would all catch up to him. While heading down the interstate with 75 pounds in his car, a Georgia State trooper gets behind him. He throws some of the bags out of the window, but unfortunately they catch up to him before he can get rid of it all. And just like that, Zaire is arrested and is facing a serious Class A felony. While enrolled as a college student, he's now facing up to 8 years in prison. At this moment, everything he's ever worked for is now way out of the window. They caught him red-handed with serious weight, and he's going to be sitting in prison for quite some time. Well, long story short, he pleads guilty to the felony, and now his future is at the hands of a judge. Somehow he gets another lenient judge who sentences him to
4 months in jail and 10 years probation.
Yeah, they gave his ass 4 months. But we know that Georgia is the home of the probation plea.
Receiving only 4 months for 75 pounds is very strange, especially in the South. On top of this, during this exact time, BMF was taken down and all of them got 15 to 20 years.
But 4 new
Hold up. I ain't know that. Hold the fuck up. So at the same time, so what more than likely probably happened is they was on him. Like, he didn't just get arrested just because he got arrested. He got arrested because they was investigating BMF and they knew he was around them. So they probably they pulled his ass over because they probably you know, they do investigations. They seen he was around, saying he was a younger one. So they booked him because he was hanging with BMF. That's what more than likely happened, because that's how them people operate. You feel me? His arrest was connected to BMF. If it happened around the same time, we might gotta check them dates. Yeah, hell yeah.
have just about shut down the so-called Black Mafia family. And as our Julia Harding reports, these suspects were hiding out in one of the city's most popular areas.
Anyone tied to BMF typically has an extensive criminal history, so we consider them to be very violent.
Federal agents seized this limo with secret compartments that had almost $1 million hidden inside. An organization that at one time claimed to rule Atlanta. Now agents say that's no longer the case.
So now with all of BMF arrested, Zaire just threw his life away for nothing. You started trapping to impress them, and now you'll probably never see them again. So now that he doesn't have a school to go to or a crew to hang out with, he only has a choice but to return back to Los Angeles.
Now you're going back to LA.
So right after his release from Fulton County Jail, he makes his glorious return to the wicked, overhill Los Angeles streets. It's now the fall of 2006, and Zaire is back to ground one, hanging out with his 60s homies in the hood. He's now just another failed high school athlete who's back in the hood doing absolutely nothing.
I got police connection.
We all know some of those, don't we? But not only is he doing nothing productive, he's also in the process of risking his life every single day. Why, you might be wondering? Well, because while he was in Atlanta, his little homie Eric Holder was causing havoc in the streets. So upon Zaire's return to LA, he was putting his life in immediate risk. It's an early October afternoon, and Zaire and Eric are rolling through the set headed to their local corner store. Zaire has his shirt off and a blick sitting in his lap as they get to the store. So when Eric parks the car, Zaire hops out and puts his blick under his...
Hold the fuck up, yo. Hold the fuck up. Yo, he caught 10 years probation in Georgia. How the fuck was he able to go to fucking LA? How was he able to go to LA and he had 10 years probation in fucking Georgia? They don't be letting you do that. You know what I mean? Let's continue. I just thought about that though. That's a little wild right there.
See, he then reaches for the back door so he can grab his hoodie and put it on. But that's when he's met with a barrage of gunfire. Shots are flying from all the way across the street, but somehow Zaire is hitting his shoulder. It then ricochets and hits him in his neck, which completely shatters his back. So now he's laying on the floor and can't move anything under his waist. Thankfully, that's when Eric runs around to him, picks him up, and ties him down in the front seat. He then runs around to his side of the car, hops in, and speeds away to the hospital.
They ended up taking me. My boy was panicking, driving 100 miles per hour. I'm like, man, slow down, because I didn't have no feelings, so my neck, I'm like, bro.
Thankfully, he ends up surviving after making it to the hospital.
That's a violation right there.
Doctors give him devastating news.
Like, I was in the bed,
That's
like
a
when I
violation.
first got
You got
shot,
shot.
he was rubbing the bottom of my feet. So what happened? My nerves were shattered. I had fractured my neck. I'm telling them like I could feel you rubbing my foot. He like, no, you can't. You're paralyzed. You'll be he's like a Middle Eastern dude. You'll be paralyzed forever. You'll never walk again. I'm like, bro, I just felt you rub my feet. He's like, you want to feel me rubbing your feet? I'm like, what the f?
So for 6 months, he lays in a hospital bed thinking that he'll be in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. A whole lot of time to lay there and think about all of his wasted potential. So now he's pissed off at his rivals and he tells Eric to go put in work. So from what we Holder immediately hit the streets and started knocking down rivals.
Yeah,
so
when
not
you get
only
shot,
did he save his
they
life,
violate
but he
people for
also
getting shot,
allegedly eliminated those who did this to his friend. Eric's loyalty to Zaire was unparalleled.
I agree.
He was basically forever indebted to his life. Well, after months of being angry in a hospital bed, a miracle comes out of nowhere.
We sitting inside the hospital, we watching TV, and I just move my legs up like, and she like, what the f*** are you doing? I'm like, I was like, oh shit, I was trying to get comfortable. My legs just moved. She like, what the fuck? Like, oh, she ran and got the nurse. Went to rehab, physical therapy after that for like 4 months.
Somehow, after 6 months, he's able to fully recover and get back on his feet. And after his full recovery, he would smartly get out of the LA streets and head back to Atlanta. Now, you may be thinking that this was his wake-up call to get out of the streets, but this wasn't the case at all. Instead, he heads back to Atlanta with a serious mission in mind, and he brings Eric with him. Basically, he wants to become the king of the streets, the powerful leader of the Georgia Rolling 60s. At this time, and really still to this day, the streets in the South had absolutely zero structure. Nobody listened or followed orders from anyone, and it was pretty much every man for himself. No certified OGs, DPs, put-ons, none of that. So essentially what Zaire was trying to do was bring the Los Angeles way to Georgia, where he could have people under him serving anything he wanted. So in order to do this, he hit the streets hard and recruited new members, guys who were under him who would do anything he said. And in the process, believe it or not, they took over some serious hoods, and this is how Zaire truly made his name in Atlanta. From the notorious Four Seasons apartments, the West End, and a Southside hood known as Shady Park. While in the process of expanding the set, Zaire unfortunately brought some havoc to the streets. In typical LA fashion, he began robbing and extorting rappers, a trend that Atlanta had never seen before.
No, that's somebody I robbed that was Gucci best friend.
This is how he becomes known for robbing in Atlanta, somebody that you'd rather have on your side than against you. So he's basically extorting people for friendships, but on the flip side, he's also pretty intelligent. After befriending a local rolling 60 by the name of Pee Wee Longway, he ends up running his bag up like never before. If you're unfamiliar, Pee Wee was a very well-known hustler in the streets of Atlanta, known for running up millions. And because of this, he had connections to the up-and-coming and major rappers in Atlanta.
I met everybody through Pee Wee Longway. That's my brother. It's like my brother-in-law.
As they were constantly in studios and surrounded by rappers, they decided to join together and to start a music label. This would be known as Money, Piles, and Ammo, also known as MPA.
Okay, so you guys start rolling together and you guys start MPA together.
We around it so much. Let's pay for some studio time, shoot a couple videos. Let's just see where this shit goes.
Unfortunately, they had no idea how.
Let me see something, because somebody in the comments said MPA got indicted. Let me see something. Oh no, let me see. Somebody told me. I seen that in the comments. I was trying to look into it. Talking about fucking President Donald Trump. Money, Piles, and Ammo. gang. Sex, money, murder. They keep, every time I type in that, Gorilla Stones. I don't know, maybe they didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. Indicted on murder and gun charges. 2020. That's in New York. Alright, let's get back to it. I'm gonna look more into that.
How to properly run a business, but aside from that, Zaire had a special ear for talent. In fact, he discovered Young Thug in 2008 and actually started managing his career early on. Without having him signed to any sort of paperwork, Zaire had him in the studio and was also introducing him to some bigger names. In fact, in 2009, he even brought him to LA to try to get him in the studio with Nipsey Hussle.
I started showing him the game with what's going on the West Coast too.
Right.
You know, I took him in front of Nip in like 2009 and told him to work with him. And
he
Nip was
cool
like,
with Thug.
Thug was
PnB
sliding.
Rock.
He was real, like, you know what I'm saying? He was out here robbing, doing all, you know, real regular hood.
So the point is that he was helping out Atlanta artists and he had a really good ear for talent. So not only does he have a potentially major label at his hands, but he's also doing pretty well financially. In fact, in 2009, he copped a nice condo in Sandy Springs, a fly whip, and you know, he was just doing his thing. Once again, things are truly looking good for him, but sadly, this is when he's met with some terrible luck. October 22nd, 2009. It's a Thursday night in North Atlanta, and Zaire is headed down Interstate 19, headed towards downtown. As he's cruising down, a Georgia State Patrol gets behind him and runs his tags. Unfortunately, he never registered the car, so the officer hits the cherries.
Ah shit, here we go again.
Zaire knows that he's riding dirty as a convicted felon, so he smashes on the pedal. Now he's on a high-speed chase.
Oh, see, it's Slim 5. Now I see why people. I didn't understand why people were saying that back then. When Pee-wee got booked, because he was just in Atlanta, then Pee-wee always get booked. I see why people saying that now. See, I ain't never get that no credibility because I ain't know the backstory.
He smashes into a pole. Just like that, the officers are able to pull him out of the car and they find weapons inside. This time, it's no joke, as he's facing 4 separate felonies. So already being a convicted felon, he's looking at up to 12 years in prison. But somehow, once again, Zaire is able to completely avoid prison and only get a few months in jail.
Yo, what the fuck?
A convicted felon and documented rolling...
Yo, come on now, y'all. Come on now, Bricc. He's still supposed to be on probation. He was on 10 years probation in Georgia, went to California, got shot, went back to Georgia, should still be on probation. Now he caught another case and only did months.
Rolling 60's Crip only gets a few months in jail for 4 separate felonies. That makes no sense in my mind. Well, once again, he gets off easy and he's right back on the streets in early 2010. But
money only do us so much, yo.
He's looking at up to 12 years in prison. But somehow, once again, Zaire is able to completely avoid prison and only get a few months in jail. A convicted felon and documented Rolling 60's Crip only gets a few months in jail for 4 separate felonies.
Yeah, they hit him with that gang enhancement. They hit him with a gang enhancement.
Once again, he gets...
They ain't even give him a gang enhancement.
Off easy, and he's right back on the streets in early 2010. But not for long. On July 28, 2010, he would have another high-speed chase while on probation, and yet
Jesus
again
Christ.
he's caught with a weapon and facing 10 years in prison. But mysteriously, the judge lets him off easy, and he only does 18 months.
Yo, get the fuck
before you
out of
call him
here,
a
yo.
snitch or an informant, do understand that this is Fulton County, which is a complete joke.
Nah.
Well, regardless, it's now 2012, and the MPA boss returns to the streets. While he was away, Pee Wee Longway was able to discover young rappers Lil Durk, Rich Homie Quan, and a group called the Migos.
Rich Homie Quan before he came out. I'm hearing 21 Savage before he came out.
So as soon as Zaire got out of prison, he was connected with them and actually started helping their careers. Not only did he pay for their studio time and connect them with rappers, but he also provided them with protection. Durk being an outsider from Chicago, and the Migos being suburban wannabes, they both could use some protection. But most importantly, the biggest thing he provided was protection whenever the rappers went to LA. In fact, he even brought Future to LA for the very first time.
You know what I'm saying? I've been that person, like bringing them out here. Like I had Future, I turned LA on the Future. I was listening to Dirty Sprite 1. You know, I brought them out here to do a song with Nip.
Essentially, he was every rapper's connection whenever they'd go to LA. He was the first and only call. Remember this, because it will be very important. Well, as we know, everyone around him and Pee Wee was getting rich and famous during this period. And after a while, they got kind of tired of being the guys in the background, and they wanted to try rapping for themselves. So Zaire would become MPA Shitro or MPA Bricc Baby, and Pee Wee was still Pee Wee Longway. Early on, things were looking bright for the duo, as they had the help of Durk, Future, Young Thug, Gucci Mane, and more. Basically, because of everything they had done for them, if they ever needed a feature, it was done right away. But then, unfortunately, as things are going up for Bricc Baby, he catches another felony
real,
possession charge in Los Angeles.
What?
And this time he's sentenced to 3 years in prison.
No,
As
he
he's
wasn't.
sitting in a lonely prison cell, everyone around him is getting rich and famous.
He wasn't sentenced. The last video, I watched another video. He wasn't sentenced. He's set for over there fighting the case. And still, with all those cases, 3 years, he got caught a pistol in California. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here, Bricc Baby.
Young Thug signs with Birdman and blows up, Future blows up, Lil Durk blows up, Rich Homie Quan blows up, Pee Wee Longway blows up. Well, kind of, but you get the point. Oh, and don't forget that the Migos get a feature with Drake, and they're out of here as well. So literally everyone who was with him in Atlanta completely blow up and get nationally famous. All while Zaire Bricc Baby is sitting in a California prison with no fame or nothing. Damn, that would shatter any man's ego. Don't act like it wouldn't. But on the flip side, because they're all rich and famous now, he assumes that once he gets out, they'll definitely put him on. So 3 long years go by, and Bricc Baby is finally released. It's 2015, and Bricc Baby is finally home, expecting a warm welcome. But as soon as he touches down, a harsh reality kicks in. These guys are not your real friends. Aside from Thug, Pee Wee, and Durk, his friends were not there to help him out and pretty much wanted nothing to do with him.
You know, you told me earlier that you've been cut off. People cut you off or something of that sort.
My industry friends that
What do
I
you call
thought was
8
my friends
or
now.
6?
Free YSL, Gunna, Slime. Y'all did, you know what I'm saying? You already know, we ain't even got to talk long way.
Are we speaking
Dirk.
like
After everything he did for some of his friends in the industry,
he is,
he
Mike
really
B.
took it hard.
Bro, we could go through DMs or when you up and coming, we could do that. I just feel like they wanted to be around me when they was broke because they didn't have nothing. So now you a millionaire now, you don't want that type of pressure around. But you think I'm going to turn that energy on you? You my boy. I love you. I wouldn't give a fuck if you had $1 or $1 billion. I'm going to treat you the same way.
Bricc Baby was now a peon or an afterthought to many people he helped out, and this truly hurt his ego. Now, instead of being the guy who helps out rappers and protects them, he reverts to being the guy who wants to rob them. Don't come to LA. Unless your name is Durk, Thug, or Pee Wee, you better tuck your tail. So as the streets tell it, Bricc Baby becomes the biggest chain collector in LA. Basically, he had his young Rolling 60s members doing serious homework in the streets. This included having them sit at the airport for rappers to come to town, and then following their cars back to their hotel. Then they'd relay all of this information back to Bricc, and he'd do with it what he pleased. So basically, without them knowing, rappers were being tracked by Bricc Baby the second they stepped foot in LA. Then he and the Rolling 60s would wait for the perfect opportunity to strike, and they'd get up on him and give me everything you got. So just like that, he went from being known as the helpful guy in the industry to the boogeyman. And because of this reputation, he would be featured on YG's notorious song, Don't Come to LA. Don't come to LA, raffles for their jewelry. Bro, LA is so corny, bro. But anyways, as the YG feature would help his recognition, he was still hurting financially. How I know this? Well, he was now 29 years old and still taking penitentiary chances. And that takes us to September 21st, 2017. It's an early Thursday afternoon on the west side of LA, and Bricc and two Rolling 60s members are masking up for a lick. In particular, they aim to hit a high-end jewelry store in the wealthy Marina del Rey. So at 1 p.m., they arrive in front of the store in a gray Range Rover SUV. Then they quickly hop out of the car and run inside the store with bags. Once they're able to secure a few expensive items, they run out of the store and hop back in the Range Rover. Bricc then quickly speeds away, not realizing that LAPD are already behind him. After bending a few blocks, he hears the sirens and knows they're in trouble. So he instantly punches the gas and busts a left down a residential road. This is when he finally realizes that it's a dead-end street. So now he has no choice but to stop the car and run inside a nearby apartment. While he barricades himself in the lobby, police completely surround the area. And from here, a 6-hour standoff begins. Bricc Baby in the 60s versus LAPD. Finally, at 7:30 p.m., Bricc Baby surrenders.
Misunderstanding tonight, or was it justified? A local rapper arrested after a tense standoff with officers in Marina del Rey, but his family says police got the wrong guy. NBC4's Beverly White just spoke with his family and police. Beverly.
That's right, Chuck. LAPD says it started with a 20-minute pursuit this afternoon of a man traveling in a silver Range Rover, and it ended when he ducked into this apartment building in the 13,900 block of Pan A Way. That music video from YouTube is of local rap artist Bricc Baby, the 29-year-old now in LAPD custody after a standoff in Marina del Rey, identified by his mother, who declined to give her name.
The already 3-time felon is facing 2 more of them things. Because of his history and the severity of the charges, he's facing up to 15 years in prison. Definitely nothing to scoff at. Of course, his family doesn't want to see him go away for a long time. And because of this, they go on the news and blame everything on his co-defendant. His mom goes on the news and says, "My son didn't rob anyone. In fact, he doesn't even own a gun." And get ready for this one. His friend is actually the one who robbed the store, and Bricc only drove him away because of adrenaline. So she evidently threw his co-defendant under the bus. And I don't know, is this snitching? It's his mom.
No. I had a link on my mouse.
It's snitching, right? Well, long story short, Bricc is let off easy again as he's sentenced to 4 years in prison. And even though this isn't that much time, with 4 felonies on his record, what is he going to do for the rest of his life? Obviously, this is a harsh reality for a guy in his 30s, but sadly, during his prison stay, things get even worse.
The music world is mourning Grammy-nominated rapper Nipsey Hussle, who was killed in a shooting in Los Angeles.
It's even worse when he finds out who did it. His little homie Eric Holder.
You always think like, damn, if I was on the streets, could I have stopped it? I probably could have took him to go smoke and slide. We could have went somewhere that would never happen.
How Eric Holder was able to do this in front of all those people is beyond me, but it is California at the end of the day. And on top of this, instead of going by their own code and holding court in the streets, they decided to testify against him in court. What I've now learned doing this for a few years is that all of these LA street codes that they all say they abide by are pretty much never enforced, or at least they pick and choose who they want to enforce them on, and on top of this, they're always contradicting themselves. But either way, we move on to another rapper loss that involves the Rolling 60s, and that takes us right back to Atlanta, Georgia. As we all know, in the summer of 2020, Chicago rapper King Von would start an internet beef with Baton Rouge's NBA YoungBoy. I guess it started over a girl, but for the sake of the video, the detail...
It ain't started over no girl. We already discussed why that beef started. It started because King Von was clout chasing and he wanted YoungBoy's spot. Yo. But I played that to show y'all the series of events. As soon as Bricc Baby came home, he went straight to No Jumper. Straight on interviews. Now he's on No Jumper. Bricc Baby ain't even been home that long. And I said all that because, yo, that seems like this fucking status quo. A lot of these guys that's on multiple platforms getting interviewed, it seemed like they all came home from the joint and went straight to the internet. Yo, that is mighty strange to me, man. And I'm talking about, and they ain't just come on from the joint, they ratted. Trenches News is a fucking informant. FBG Butter, been a rat. Terrence Williams, been a rat. Now you got Bricc Baby, got this questionable ass history going from state to state, catching all these fucking cases. Never did a long bit. The most he did was 3-4 years. And now he's on the internet. And now we see what the fuck he got going on now. The boy that turned into a motherfucking certified Barnum and Bailey's member. You heard me? I don't trust these guys, man. Like, yo, I had no clue, yo, that was his history. We watched the video a couple days ago and it detailed his history. I was shocked. I said, oh, shit. That would explain a lot of the shit that he doing now. Okay, yo, how do you change that much in that short period of time, yo? Like, you got the man now on interviews talking about Gucci Man and just playing a whole bunch of games that he shouldn't even be playing for real. But, yo, I appreciate everybody that tapped in. Yo, make sure y'all support the platform, yo. Super stickers, you can become a member. You can hit the Cash App, Baltimore Swag. About 2.5 hours in. Shit, it's 1:30. I got about 3 hours of sleep before I get back up. Get these kids to school. I think this is a good live. Talk about Mama Duck. Keep playing victim, Mama Duck. Hope she watching, man. If you want to move past this situation, Mama Duck will have to take accountability, man. All she doing is hurting herself, blaming other people. That's all she doing. She hurting herself, blaming other people. And she still walks around like all of these things happened in her life happened yesterday. And I think it's creating a toxic situation for her. And it's hard to move past it because she didn't look in the mirror yet. Yo, the easiest thing to do, right, is blame other people. Yo, it take accountability, yo, for you to sit back and be like, damn, yo, what role did I play? You know, that's the most healthy thing to do, yo. What role did I play in all of this? How could I avoid some of these situations that I found myself in? She came probably right around that same time. Like all of them came on in around that same time. 2021, 2022. Like they all came around the same time. It's strange. It's strange, man. It is. And they all shot straight to the moon. And all their histories is suspect. Straight up, man. Yeah, she gotta move past that shit, man. And I know it's hard. But I think she's making it hard on herself by blaming everybody else. Yo, but I appreciate everybody that tapped and I gotta get up. Yo, make sure I support the platform. Hit the Cash App, Baltimore Swag. Become a member. Got some videos on membership. Y'all should check out. Yeah, he's super weird. Super weird. Another day, KBG News, and I'm out.